Hey, we're live.
Hey!
Everybody! Hi, how's everyone going? Everyone on the Facebook land. Hopefully everything's working appropriately.
Go in the chat and tell us if it isn't.
Yeah, please. In the Twitch chat.
Yes, please.
If you're on Facebook, go to Twitch.
Yeah.
If you're on Twitch, congratulations.
Yeah, if you're on Twitch, good job. Yeah, if you're watching this on Facebook, go to Twitch. I should have put that on there. Go to Twitch. Fuck Facebook. No, Facebook, we love you. Pay us. I'll be your slut. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Hogwarts Prep. This is our 5th edition Harry Potter themed game. It's based in the 1940s. If you've never played D&D, welcome. This is a, yeah, y'all's minis look really cool. I haven't actually seen them. It's a beginner's game, so if you're new to the world of D&D, so is everyone here. If you are new to the world of Harry Potter, what the fuck? 30 seconds have passed, I can cuss now. Technically, 10 minutes of the show is already on.
Yay!
Loopholes. Let's start by introducing each other.
Hi, I'm Lee. I play Bones, who is a sorcerer and a Gryffindor.
Hi, I'm Jess. I play Neff. She's a Hufflepuff barbarian who likes to hit things with her maul.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'll be playing Ferris, a light domain cleric from Slytherin that's addicted to luck.
I'm Justin. I play Osiris Luxmori, who is a Muggle monk, and last week I punched some old guy in the dick.
Very, very true. Extremely accurate. I'm gonna text my bird to shut up.
You're
I think
gonna
I'm
tweet
lying.
it? You gonna tweet it?
I'm gonna tweet it.
I'm Josh. I play Jericho, and he's a rogue Hufflepuff.
I'm Sonya. I play. I'm Stephine. I play Sonya.
I mean, it's fine. You can make some.
That's what I call getting in character.
I play a divination wizard, and I'm from Hufflepuff.
Oh, and I am Jesus. I am the DM. I'll be your dungeon master throughout the night. Yeah, let's go through a little trailer.
I don't know, $600 sounds better.
$600 does sound better, but it's $4 per page, so 10 characters for $400. Yeah. What? Shut up. Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi everyone. So let's recap what happened. Unless someone has an announcement, that we didn't do that. Sorry. No band shows. No.
In
No
March.
theatrics. In March. What's happening in March?
In March, we're playing in Acadia again,
Ooh.
and it's going to be the battle for Wacken. So if we win that, we get to move on to the next stage to go to Germany and play.
You go to
open
California after that, right?
air. Austin, California, then Germany.
Austin, California. So you need to win 2 battles.
Hey, even one's good though.
No.
I need to win 4.
Oh yeah, you're gonna win 4.
And then win the world.
I mean, Andrew's got some
He's gonna
serious
win the
background.
world.
I don't know where that was
That was a compliment, but okay.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So last time. What are you? We are a professional set here
Yes.
in Hollywood Studios, LA, California. Just rolled it. Oh, it's the.
Roll play with it.
What is this magic?
That was the alarm.
The Hogwarts alarm. Get back to your school.
Exactly.
So last time you guys left the forbidden section of the library. In there, you leaving on the 4th floor, you discovered someone's breaking into the school. You later find out who they were. Saved Tim, a first-year Slytherin. Fought some fanatics of Grindelwald. had y'all's first death. First humanoid person, conscious human death.
And they totally deserved it. Personal opinion.
Personal opinions are a thing. After that, Headmaster Dippet saw you guys. Kind of made sure that you guys left immediately. And we're gonna kind of go loosey-goosey with the timeline since we're gonna prepare a week or so before you guys go whatever you want to do at the forest meeting that Dumbledore's supposed to go to. And at the end of the game, kind of just did some shopping, hung out with our friend Thomas. Osiris got a job officially every Tuesday for 1 hour from 5 to 6.
hobo on me.
More discussion on y'all's gauntlets was made, and I have an idea now in my head, so you can roll with that. You also sold some wands and gems. Was anything purchased?
Yes.
Yes.
A health potion.
Health potions and
I got a
scroll.
cantrip scroll. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was supposed to be working for free for the ring.
Oh yes, the ring. Did you sell the wand? Okay. All right. Okay. So now you just need a little bit more money, and you can get the ring. Okay. Cool. So that's we're gonna start kind of wherever you guys want to start. So yeah, it's a little bit less than a week until the meeting in the forest from the letter from the Centaurs that you read is supposed to happen. What do you guys want to do?
What day of the week?
Hmm?
What day of the week is it?
Let's say it's Monday.
Sleep in. Fuck Mondays.
Garfield all the way.
So I know some of you guys told me some things online that you wanted to do. Let's. Is there anything specific like I need to do this right now? If not, then I'm just gonna ask everyone to roll me a d20. Whoever gets the higher number, we're gonna do that.
I just gotta go to work on Tuesday.
Yeah. Yes. You just gotta go to work. Yeah. Let's everyone roll me a d20. Let's see. Let's see who we're gonna go with first.
Oh, I don't roll high.
Anyone got 15? Oh.
I got 15.
I got
I
17.
got 20.
Okay. So.
Whoa!
You really want to go first?
All right.
Fine, you go first.
We're gonna
then.
go. Your name is Bones, and then it's Nev, and then it's Osiris. What did you guys get?
I got a 1.
Okay.
You just don't get to go.
You don't get to go. You just don't get to
You just
go.
lost a week.
What did you guys get?
10.
Yeah,
14.
Okay.
Y'all should show off y'all's
Okay,
minis.
that's your new dice.
Yeah,
There
sure.
we go.
Yeah.
This is why I don't write initiatives.
Whoa.
You're a snake and you're a sad wolf.
I like it.
Sony.
So yeah, Sony, Bo.
Nif.
I think that's a T. It's supposed to be a Nev.
Net.
Net.
I'm Net.
Ossie.
Osby.
So
Ossie.
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 All right. So Bone. What do you want to do?
So, is there any issue with where we are?
No, just generally
What you
before
wanna
the
do?
Thursday night meeting. What do you want to do?
I was hoping that we could try to talk to Dumbledore and kind of give him a download before he goes it from Devin.
Okay. Let's say that because usually Thursday midday is the only time that he had off, so you're gonna have to try to catch him either really early or really late at night. Do you want to do it as a group with everyone, or do you want to do it individually?
I think it would be good as a group, but I don't know if everybody's
I'm good
ready.
with that.
Do you all agree?
Is this Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any
It's
day.
It's Monday.
Just say any day, unless specifically a day that has to happen.
It can't be Tuesday. He's got work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I gotta
Tuesdays
work,
are
my
out.
friend.
5 to 6.
Tuesday, right out.
Let's just say that
No
that following Monday, close to 11, almost midnight after curfew, you guys stumble upon Dumbledore as you were maybe stalking him out of the kitchen with some treats in his hands. And we're just gonna go to his
Classroom.
classroom. Yeah, his study. making sure that no one sees
A
what's
penis.
happening.
Oh.
No more
I was
penises.
waiting.
I
Look,
know.
I'm gonna draw everything in boxes from now on, so you
No.
never see penises.
No.
Can I see y'all's characters? Oh yeah, all the new characters.
Well, if
came-
you look at it this way, it's just a really
Yeah.
flat,
Look,
angular
chodes
dick.
are a thing.
We need some close-ups of these new minis.
Yeah, we do. Shows are.
See, you got even got the tip in the corner.
Oh shit!
That's awesome.
Yeah, look at Dumbledore. Look at him and his sassiness.
God damn, Jude Law.
This is before he got tenure, huh?
Yeah. Before he got taken. Yeah. So I just want for everyone to know that I meticulously being 5 minutes, took, because I don't have a gray paint, whites and blacks to mix it to the gray that I wanted, and when I put it on there, it's barely a shade darker. Like, I could have just not done anything, and it would have been fine. Okay, so
I can tell that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I can
You
tell.
see the a pearlescent quality.
yes,
It's
It looks really good.
beautiful.
thank you. I
Gorgeous.
I can look. He even has a pot.
Give him his close-up. He
That's
deserves
freaking
it.
awesome.
Dumbledore with
Woo!
I'm ready for my.
All right.
Get too close, too close.
Right in the back of the head.
That's a little.
All right, Jude Law, come on. Okay. So, you managed to catch him sneaking in some pastries out of the
Kitchen.
kitchen, and he
Dumbledore.
kind of goes.
It looks like we're all about to go beat his ass.
All right, Dumbledore, look at me.
Give us your treats.
Oh shit.
Especially you with your bat.
I have no intentions of swinging on this man.
Yeah, no,
Ever.
you should knock us out quick.
Nope.
Yes, how can I help you?
Well, Dumbledore, we wanted to let you know that, we had a skirmish you might have heard about and kind of give you the download.
Yes.
Probably sooner rather than later makes sense since it was pretty serious.
Yeah, Dippet's gonna make an announcement tomorrow about that.
Oh, fuck.
Good call on the message to the nurse. That kid needed help.
Yeah.
How's the guy I saved? Do you know?
No. I don't have that privilege of knowing. Or maybe they don't want me to.
Oof.
It's a... Politics are getting heavy nowadays. Yeah.
Do you think I did the right thing?
Yeah.
Killing is never the right thing.
Didn't. I saved him.
Oh.
Then yeah.
Okay.
I
He looks very not here right now.
I mean, I think it was a joint effort to try to stop them because they were coming for us pretty hard. But yeah, I've been feeling kind of bad.
It definitely tears at the conscience, and so it's not an easy thing that happened, and I'm sorry that you guys went through that,
Thank you.
especially such a young age.
How the hell did they get through the window?
I guess an opening spell. I haven't investigated it
I
yet.
mean, isn't Hogwarts supposed to be kind of heavily defended?
Yeah, so that means there were very strong people that came in.
True.
Or maybe somebody let them in.
That'd be more dangerous and scarier. Why is there always something wrong happening when you guys come? Okay.
Convenient.
Convenient time.
Magnets.
As the conversation gets more intensified, you see that he's not snacking anymore and standing up proper, addressing you less as students and more as equals.
Is there anything else we need to know before Thursday?
No, and I don't think that I was properly invited. It was more of a warning.
But you're going anyways, right?
Yeah, I have to see what's going to happen to the school.
I want to say in Centaur, we can help.
Smiles a little bit. I don't want us to look like a threat either. I don't know what this meeting really is going to entail and what's going to happen or who's going to be there. I just know
Who's
the
gonna
forest.
suspect a bunch of nondescript students to be a threat?
7 wands is still 7 wands.
Yeah.
I'll leave mine.
Shut
up, Osiris.
I forget sometimes.
something to where we wouldn't
That's,
necessarily be seen,
That's
but
a
we
hard
could.
spell to cast in general.
I can.
That's a little bit above my
I can
grade. Can you cast a greater invincibility?
I can hide.
So we have one invisible person.
Yeah.
I can get very high up in trees.
2 invisible people. Fantastic.
I can't hide.
Let's just stay afar and see what happens. And just have high back if I need it.
We can do that.
That I think we can handle.
Yeah. I don't think there should be any conflict though. Centaurs tend not to fight unless they absolutely know they're gonna win. I hope there's not a conflict.
They seem smarter than dryads, at least.
Yeah, they're pretty good at reading the future, so they wouldn't put themselves in a position where they would lose.
At night during my astronomy classes, there's been a lot of noise. Maybe it's a normal thing, but it seems like there's a lot of activity
Yeah, I've
happening.
also have been having little sleep in my midnight outings. And he takes a bite of the cake that was not given to you guys this morning, and you don't know why. Now you might know why. Yeah, there's a lot of movement in the forest. I hope it's just people preparing for the meeting. And if that's the case, I'm getting suspicion that it might be more than just the Centaurs joining.
Huh.
Maybe the whole forest would be there, which is what I think they want. And we should have someone represent the school that's on good grounds with them. It's not on good grounds with most.
Yeah.
No.
I can see
Are
that.
they any fan of Hagrid's?
Haggard is a great wizard, but he's not a diplomat by any means.
You got a point there.
And there might, some swiftness and sly might be useful in this meeting. Also, if the giants are going to be there, then Haggard might not be the best choice.
I can speak giant.
Oh, that's a good skills to have in that situation. I don't know giants.
Oh, that's good. I can help you.
I appreciate that.
So
Yeah,
we
it's
got
gonna be interesting.
2 languages and 2 invisible people in the party.
You have 2 nondescript wizardy looking people, so.
And then we got this muggle fuck over here.
I wouldn't say it like that. But, we do have a very athletic young man with us. Yes.
I was joking, buddy. You know this.
I'm so here flexing.
I'm definitely stronger than I am. Hey, I'm 40.
Don't look a day over 18.
That's a lie. That's me.
He can read your mind, dude.
How would I know that?
He laughs like, I only tell first year students that so they won't try anything. I actually can't.
My entire life is a lie.
Let me rephrase it. I can't do it without a specific potion.
Well then. How do you brew that?
You
My eyes light up just a little bit.
What?
Yeah, it's yeah.
We might be able to get some after.
Let's hope that does not come to that.
There might be some on the floor that Neff left back there. Like, just a little bit.
Look
You
at her.
kinda
Look at her mall. And see what Yeah.
Here you go.
You see that his expression has changed a lot when he's like, oh wait, these are students, I forget sometimes. But yeah, if there's anything else you guys need, just let me know. Do you have a plan? I'm just going to walk there. That's it. I have no intention to fight or have a fight brought upon me.
So here's my dumb idea.
Oh God.
He sits
Wait a
down,
second.
crosses his legs, very interested, and a half smile.
We send Bones as your escort. Bones can send messages back and forth to people.
Yes, you are very good at that.
Okay. So she's your escort, and obviously another wand is better than no wand. Or 2 wands are better than no wand at all, right?
Still a little squishy, so I'll just try to refrain as
Okay.
well.
We have Jericho coming in from another direction as stealthily as humanly possible. Station Osiris at Hagrid's hut. I don't know where the meeting is taking place in orientation to this.
There might be clues given out of the forest by the time we get there. That's usually how they go down. And it should be towards the middle section, which is about a mile in from Hagrid's
And then-
hut.
Well, wizards are being represented. Shouldn't muggles be represented as well?
I don't think they have a say in the forest, unfortunately.
I don't think magical beings give a shit about muggles, to be perfectly honest with you.
But I mean,
No offense.
should I not be trying to change this?
I would applaud you for your bravery, but I'll also be extremely concerned about your well-being.
Yeah.
There's a wolf howling in the background.
My people.
Well,
What? No.
I think I could be of an asset. So if you'll have me, I'd like to go with.
Let's not introduce yourself as a muggle just yet, but don't be afraid to speak your mind either.
I understand.
I don't want someone to misrepresent what's happening and attack you just because you're there. That's also not what we want.
Got it.
I cannot have another dead student on my hands. And then he lets out a chuckle after everyone looks at him for a bit.
Another.
No, that was a joke.
Wait, new idea.
That was a good one.
I don't like that the dead student joke gave you a new idea.
Yes.
So, with that being said, how about this? Since the meeting is going to take place after curfew, if we are somewhere on grounds with a trusted advisor that also happens to teach at the school, when curfew starts, we're technically being supervised, correct?
Yes.
So we bypassed curfew by staying in Hagrid's hut post-curfew. Have Bones move with you and be able to relay a message, and then we, instead of us being all the way inside the school, we are ready to act at a moment's notice. Kind of like.
So we got your back.
I can just get you at Hagrid's and then we can go from there.
Okay.
That'll work.
That might be easier.
Okay.
You think
Less
he-
exhaustion on your end.
Yeah. I mean, you think he's cool with? I know.
I'm sure
I
he
feel
would
like
be fine.
I'm pretty sure you could send a
most
message if
loyal
you really
to
wanted.
So.
I'm sure Hagrid would be okay. Might have to give him a steak or two, but he'll be fine with it.
Like, how far into the forest is this meeting?
I don't know. Usually from... The Centaurs tend to be at the furthest edge, which could be anywhere
Because
it's
Hagrid's
like
hut
1,000
could
feet, but the forest goes for miles. Anywhere. The last time we had a meeting was 1 mile inward, so it's not an easy transportation if something goes wrong. Yeah, it's a little bit of a walk.
So I feel like Hagrid's would be too far away if you needed us.
Yeah, that's why I can just get you at his hut and then we can go from there.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
And it's not like Dip is going to be looking outside in the forest. He's probably just going to be asleep.
He's such a good guy.
Shade.
Also, I did notice that the specific day for the meeting is going to be a couple days before appropriate timing, before the full moon. So if that's the case,
Yes.
I expect there might be some more people of your kind there too.
Oh shit, he knows.
Is that hard when you had to pick up the hair?
I should.
Damn it, Jericho.
Dog hair.
I do
It's
teach
everywhere.
night and werewolves class on the summer, so I have to brush up on my studies sometimes.
You have that wet dog smell.
That also is a key. Perfume.
That sounds like a plan.
In a
for
couple
me.
weeks.
I like this
Yeah,
plan.
well, it's getting kind of late, and we have a plan formed, so I think we'll leave you at that.
Yeah.
I just thought of a different thing.
Oh boy. What's Neff got?
Possibly, if werewolves will be there, possibly Jericho could show up in
Dominance.
his form.
Does it operate similar to? This is out of game.
Yeah,
Does it operate similar to Rage? In that.
Yes, it's very similar to the Rage mechanic.
Okay, so if he ends a turn and hasn't made an aggressive
No,
action.
his would be
No.
his is over after a minute. Hers, she has to continue fighting. His
Gotcha.
he just is the wolf.
He just is
Yeah.
for a minute.
Yeah, for a minute.
Okay.
I have been out of game, so I know
Yes.
you have sense danger or a trap sensing
Yeah, it's
thing.
danger
It's
sense,
danger sense, yeah.
Yeah,
But
which
it's
gives
just
Neff
dexterity.
advantages on traps or spells or being
Sorry.
cast without her knowledge
Yes.
because she's like more in tune with everything.
Dex save throw.
My experience with the alphas, they don't like to be challenged at all.
Better to go human.
Yes, we don't.
Okay.
The least amount of confrontation possible.
Can we speak frankly with you right before we leave? Because I think at this point, you know us really well. You know all of our
I'm
little,
starting to, and it's getting.
all of our special little things.
Yes.
How important do you feel, since you're the voice of reason and obviously experience at the school?
That's a lot of praise. No.
Compared to our student minds, I would say for sure that you can help here. But do you feel like we need to be as discreet as possible with this? I mean, obviously.
Do not tell anyone.
I mean, some
I
of our
don't
classmates
know
see
what's-
some things, and we're trying to be discreet. But
If someone's in danger, help them. But other than that, yeah, I would say don't talk about it. You shouldn't be out of your rooms.
yeah, I mean
For-
that never happens. We
yeah.
just talk to each other and don't want anyone to overhear us.
You just message start back and forth.
We
I
never break
don't know what this
curfew.
is entailing in, let's just say, this sort of movement in the past 3 years. 2 years? 2 years, almost 3, have not been usual at the school.
Okay.
And
I just worry, since I feel like we've become a pretty cohesive band together, and I don't want any of us to be put in a situation where we're revealing something.
you should name
that-
your band.
I've heard that brings unity. I don't.
Order of the
Oh.
no. That's your thing.
Dumbledore's army.
Yeah.
Army of Dumbledore.
That was obviously like a character.
Grindelwald's Bane.
Oh. No,
Yeah,
I don't like that one.
But if you guys are gonna stay here longer, I'm gonna start making some tea.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I think we'll leave you to your business. And cake.
That's really delicious.
I'm sure it is.
What flavor
And
is
salad,
it?
you guys can have.
Yeah.
it.
What?
You
What
see the
flavor
full
is
cake
that?
there too.
Like, what flavor is it?
It's strawberry.
Okay, now I have to have some. This is. Thank you.
it's good strawberry cake. It's puffy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Puffy?
Yeah.
I don't want any though.
Yeah, if you guys want it, there is. If not, then whatever. Anything else that you wanted to do? We'll just talk to Dumbledore.
That was my main concern
Okay.
because I feel like we're experiencing a lot as a group, and I want us to be able to protect each other. And
Yep.
that was my thought.
Net.
Net. She casts
Is
away.
there anything that you specifically want to do?
At some point, I want to gather with everybody.
Oh look, everyone's right there.
Yeah, look, I know.
What a coincidence.
As we're walking out of the.
Yeah, I guess we can do that.
Hey guys. So I know that we just went through an encounter, I guess, if you want to call it that, together. Where I definitely raged and killed some people. But yeah, I didn't want to put you guys into harm's way or anything, and I felt like I did what was necessary.
None of us are
But-
mad at you.
I'm glad.
Yeah, don't feel
But-
bad. Don't feel bad. They
No,
were
Some
probably.
of us struck some killing blows, and
I'm
we
not-
felt rough, so it's not all.
I was the one that fired the first arrow, so.
This is true,
I
but
mean, it was dicks that were punched. We understand.
I mean, those dicks needed to be punched. But
Just like those skulls need
I just
want to
make sure everybody's okay, because I know that we just went, we killed people. So, if anybody has anything to say or needs to get anything off their chest.
I don't have any PTSD from it. I saved a
Good
guy.
job.
Like,
Yay! Thank you.
yeah, 2 of them died, but 2 of them lived.
Yeah.
Balancing as all things should be, right?
Really, I just wanted the one guy to die, honestly.
But,
to be frank.
you know, just going forward, let's try not to kill people,
Yeah.
if possible.
Yeah, I'm.
But you did what you had to do.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. If they were working for Grindelwald, are they really human at that point?
I don't think they are, which is why I wanted him dead. Well, the one guy, because I heard him say his name and I went white hot. I could not see past that.
And then his face turned into bones.
Yeah. Bum. But yeah, so I just want to make sure everybody's okay.
How do you guys?
If you need to talk, I'll be your therapist.
The sympathetic barbarian. Never played before.
No, she's just Terry Crews.
Ah, yes. Okay, that's
Cherry Crews is a great
that's how
role
I'm
model.
visualizing myself from now on.
Pow!
I can't really do the peck popping, but you know.
Yeah, just move your shoulders.
Yeah.
I feel very soothed.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure everybody's okay.
I think we'll live.
Okay.
Well, we did live, so.
Well, we did.
You are currently living.
And
Yes.
Justin did too. What's his name? Justin?
Osiris.
No. The
Oh,
kid.
Tim?
Tim.
Tim.
Why did I say? Yeah,
That's
Tim
his
did too.
Justin.
Tim
doing
is
okay.
alive.
Tim might not have lived if you guys weren't there.
Thanks to Sonya protecting him, right? Who knows what would have happened?
Hit him for a while.
I lost my ring to the DM.
The DM ring.
The one ring
It's
to rule them
fucked
all.
up.
It's under Justin's seat. He's the DM now, right?
The board just goes over to you. You're like, I have all. All books start floating above your head.
I mean, he still has that one book.
I
so-
knew that book was something.
Oh,
Nobody,
damn.
nobody knows
one-
that.
oh.
Nobody remembers that. Nobody remembers that.
No, I definitely remember you taking a book.
No,
I just
I
don't remember
don't.
which
Still
book
I
need
it
to
was.
talk to
I don't. It's
Dumbledore
hidden
about
somewhere,
those
so I
books
need to know.
too. I forgot about that.
Did we want to talk to Dumbledore?
We
about
did.
the books?
Did we?
Too late now. We already left.
I mean, we're outside the
I
door.
don't know.
What?
I'm
Dude,
gonna walk back
it's
in.
like-
You are in a location that has the privacy you need for the conversation.
Okay.
We probably
That-
should have checked
Wherever
that
that
out.
is, and whatever time that is throughout the week, that's where you had this conversation.
Okay.
Fair.
Well. Oh yeah, guys, let's remember to talk to Dumbledore about those books.
Let's just drop him on his table and let him look at him.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's drop them all on the table.
What?
for
Nobody takes my
Dumbledore.
book. It's my book.
Yeah, I'm not done looking at mine.
I'm scared of
It's
dropping.
been
I haven't started even
less than, I'd say probably like 2 days since you've had the books with you. I don't know if you had enough time. Book, scroll, notes.
Yes.
Book.
They need some more perusing before we
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that as someone that doesn't
I
even
still have
have
to
a
give
book.
him
I
the
have
Eric
notes.
book.
Yeah.
I have freaking cliff notes that are hard as hell to
You
read.
guys have not had the time to adequately look through things.
Do you guys
sure.
feel weird having them? You gotta think there'd be some kind of effect, right?
I just want to study it more and see, decide from there.
Please don't take it too long. Don't hold on to it for too long. I
Remember,
have a
you
feeling
have
those
all
things are
books
gonna
need to be
hurt
returned
you.
to the library in
And
prompt
both would be
order.
returned in exchange for another book.
Oh,
After
dear
I'm
God.
Here we go.
I don't want to
No.
No.
Oh, they were easy enough the first time.
They're fine.
Dude.
They were. The
Anyways,
This
yeah,
book
just
does not leave my possession.
oh my freaking god.
So are we gonna give him the book at least that we went to go get?
Yeah, we can give him the air book.
Yeah, I'm planning on giving him that book. Yes, I'm not keeping it.
Oh.
I'm not keeping it.
Well, I don't have a book to give.
I just don't want you guys to get hurt. That's all. Please give up the books.
I have a great love of books. I wouldn't mind if you guys were done looking at it. If you want to let me
I will
look
turn
at
around
it.
and give him my book.
If it's not bothering you, then hey. can't
Some
hurt
book
me.
is better than no book at all. Am I right?
Yes. I have a book obsession. I'm just saying. If you guys want to share, I'm cool.
Sonya, are there any cool potions in your?
I haven't had time to look at it.
Damn it.
During the week, I wish I can look at it
In the
more.
same
Okay, so yeah, I'm done with that. I just
Okay.
wanted to make sure everybody was copacetic.
OC?
Oh, see?
I want to spend my Monday looking around for mushrooms for Thomas.
Roll an investigation.
The mushroom.
Gets those
Totally
mushrooms.
Or any kind of
Scavenger.
drug-related stuff I can give him. 18,
You have an alchemist in the party, and you're
20.
interested in drug-related things,
Yes.
I'm trying to be
You find
friends
a
with
lot.
this dude.
Roll me a D10.
A D10.
Yeah, roll me a D10.
really? What's that one?
1.
Find one really big mushroom that goes between red to green, back to purple and blue.
It's fucking psychedelic.
Yeah, it changes colors, and when you touched it, you
Got
freaked
high.
out a little bit, but managed to put it in some container, and it's still glowing colors even after you pull it from the ground.
He's gonna love this.
Schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Anything else that you want to do specifically?
And then I need to go to work on Tuesday.
Okay.
You are the most
And then
I'll
I would
definitely
like
be
to-
at work for Tuesday.
But I do want
Oh,
to talk to Thomas before that.
Okay.
Right before my shift.
Okay. All right.
Right before his nap, you mean?
Bam!
Ooh, he's a straight up
Thomas has a shop now.
official.
He's
So,
got it.
you, how early are you gonna get to work?
Like
Let's say you want to
at
get early.
4 is when I will
4?
show up,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with
Uh,
that. So I can start my working with 3.
Okay. Here we go.
Do we
Where's
have-
Biscuit?
Yeah, where's the biscuit?
There you go. There's this kid.
I walk
we have
in
this
and I
music?
just take one of the biscuits that's in the corner and I start eating it.
Yeah, there's the biscuit corner.
Yeah.
That is the best job ever.
You've
Biscuits.
returned. Hi.
What up?
Hey.
I have a present for you.
Is it love?
Yes.
Oh.
It'll feel like it.
Oh, good.
Dopamine's technically love, right?
Yeah.
And then first thing I just bust out and give him the mushroom.
Ooh.
What is this? I need to know more about this because it felt weird to touch.
I will make sure you do know about it and give me 20 minutes. He goes over to where the door is, locks it.
That's what you hear when you eat it.
Yeah.
Are we sure biscuits are
You're
dog?
Biscuits on the floor talking to itself. It went into the bad stash. And he goes over and starts brewing some tea and cutting up like super thin slices of this and pouring it in there. And you see that the tea goes black and then goes multicolor and it starts fuming different. The steam is also multicolored
Oh, that's so cool.
and gives both of you a tiny cup.
Oh.
I would take it easy.
Shut. I just like.
Oh, no.
I'm like.
Roll me.
I was just like, I'm gonna be cool before work, right? Right?
Oh, God.
Very worried. That's why I took home.
After a week, we found the boys.
Roll, both of you,
naked. I
roll
don't
me
know
a
what they were doing.
Constitution save.
Oh, God.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Oh, no.
What's that?
Con, just straight con.
Yeah.
Come on,
So the middle?
come on.
10.
Plus
Okay.
1.
7.
Oh,
Both
gosh.
of you roll me a d4.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
4.
Oof.
4.
Okay.
Oof.
4. Wait.
Both of y'all's temporarily, your wisdom modifier and your dexterity modifier go down by 3 points and by 4 points.
Your
Oh.
wisdom.
Wiz down by 3.
And
Negative
Dex.
1.
Dex down by.
Oh, my
by how
God.
much?
By 3 points.
Wisdom.
modifier.
What was the other one?
Dex. So yours, if you have a 17, it goes to a 15 or
Oh,
a
the
14.
modifier you
Yeah.
said, or
Yeah,
the...
not the modifier, the score.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the score.
Yeah. For it's a temporary
How
thing.
temporary?
No.
We're good.
The next hour to you will feel about 5 hours or so, as everything keeps zooming fast forwardly. Thomas is talking to you, but you do not understand what is happening. He hands you an orange and just does this, trying to calm you down as the orange grows in mass in your hand, and you don't know how you can carry the weight of the world in this orange. And when you bite onto it, you physically feel, and you stop. And Thomas is very slow now.
I'm just like thinking
And
to
he
myself,
hands
like,
you-
how is their world hunger?
And he has you a very small cup of tea and tells you to drink it. He says this, but you do not process the words until after, to you, maybe a day passed or so.
Is
And
the
then
same
you
thing
hear,
happening to him?
no, he's fine.
Like he can perceive time
He's-
normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he goes to his desk and he's doing things and writing things down, and you see that he's like doing inventory. And then afterwards, you hear, after you're still in the same spot, drink the tea.
Oh my god.
And then everything stops. It's about time for your shift, man.
Nice. I got some questions though.
Okay.
What the fuck was that?
You want to know what that was? That was good. That's what
That's a good
We
question.
call it the spiked mushroom. You're supposed to take it in sips.
Well,
As
you
you see
should
that,
have told us.
I think you tried.
yeah. And then you see that he takes another shot of it, the same amount that you guys previously took. I'm gonna take a nap. And he just goes and buries himself in the biscuits.
Oh.
And then he grabs his wand and locks the door.
Locks
And then-
it again.
Yeah, and like puts down the blinds. You're in charge now.
The closed door.
Yeah, he puts the blinds and locks the door.
Alright, so we don't gotta help nobody. That's
You
can
guys
get
do you.
high.
I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna make sure this place looks great before he wakes up.
It's fairly clean, actually. And the fact that all the physical objects are illusions helps with it. Except for the glass container that has the staff of insects.
And the hat itself is not
And the-
real.
Yes, none of the magical items are real. You can grab them and put them on, but they're not there. When you move it, you feel nothing, but it stays in the position where you left it.
Just like a preview.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Anything you guys want to do in your hour that you're there?
I want to look around, see if there's any new stuff.
Not since last time. The inventory that you guys took, he hasn't even replenished that either.
I see. Well, in that case, I'll just play with Biscuit.
Okay. He's. You think that he's floating? And you don't know if it's the effect of the teas though, or if the dog is legit floating, because his paws aren't touching the ground, and he keeps kicking more than he should to like move the
No,
distance
like-
he's moving.
Try to put my hand
There's
on
nothing on the bottom. He's floating.
like you're a badass Biscuit.
And then he kind of rolls over and extends his pulse.
Give him like tummy rubs.
What did he?
He just watches.
He doesn't want to.
But
Anything specific that you guys want to do before the hour passes?
I don't know. I don't want to like go around touching that much stuff because I don't know a lot of it does, and
Yeah.
it's not real. So
Yeah.
the insect thing is real though, right?
Yes, the Staphis ruins a lot of bugs on the glass. You don't know how they're still there or alive because it doesn't look like he feeds them or cleans it.
I'm gonna make sure that like case is really clean
You clean it,
since there's
polish
bugs
it.
all over it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm gonna just clean the counter.
Okay.
Pretend to work.
Okay.
Didn't he need help organizing his like list to make?
Yeah,
things
there's a
easier?
lot of numbers and jot downs and scratches, and you do not understand. Roll me intelligence check. See if you do understand.
That it is 17.
You start figuring out what he's doing, and it's you don't know if he's just unorganized or if there's a systematic way how he's doing things. Because he's scratching off things after a specific number, and you don't know why. Like there is some pattern to this, but you can't figure it out quite yet what it is. But it just looks like a giant mess of things. Because he has things in his inventory sheet that are not on the shelves, and then things that are on them with like a dot, and some things have stars on them. Yeah, it's very odd. For sure.
I'd like to start making a new list of all this stuff in order of cheapest to most expensive.
Okay, and you do so. By the end of the hour, you will have that list done.
Yep, that's the rest of my time.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check out downstairs.
Okay.
Just to be curious.
All right. As you go to the you see the stairs going down, and you try to walk through, and it's just solid. Like you see the stairs, but your foot cannot go underneath.
Oh, okay. Well, we can't go down the stairs.
No. Does this list look good? Is it easier to read than this list?
100 times easier. I don't have to look at it, and I know it is.
Very.
Awesome. That's all
I
I'm
think
gonna
he'll
do.
be
Almost to the T, because you'll hear that there's a bell. He wakes up and immediately unlocks the door, lets the blinds go up. What are you guys doing here?
Working?
I just finished my shift, and I show
Who
him
hired you?
You did?
Biscuit.
Biscuit. He goes over like, well, I guess I have to pay you for your time. Biscuit, you talk to me when you do these things. The dog, saying, I understand, but times like these, we can't just be hiring anyone. We had to meet quotas.
And I'm gonna just be like, here's what I did with my time, and show him like the inventory list.
Oh, if you put the lowest item at the top, I know where it is, and you can go. Yeah, Biscuit did a good job. He goes and hands you two silver pieces.
You can put that towards, my debt for the room.
Yes.
So, you've been working on some gauntlets for me.
I've had a day.
But I need to know how much these are gonna cost.
I'm estimating about 600 gold.
600 gold.
And it's gonna be go.
So let's say I buy this hat over here. Will you buy it back for the same amount that I bought it from you for?
No, it's used.
Then I don't want it right now. Maybe later.
Okay. I might make an exception because you're a valued employee. You've been
Also-
working in this company for a total of 1 hour.
Oh,
We value our custom
What's the
employees.
what's the employee discount and mushroom bringer discount?
Oh, that's really valuable.
And I'll keep bringing stuff back as I find it.
I'll have to think. We'll consult with my business partner. Points at Biscuit. And see what we can do about this.
All right, but for now I'm putting down 600. But you think about that.
I
And what's
will.
that valued to you?
I'm gonna go get high.
But I will see you next Tuesday at 5 p.m.
That's gonna take my nap.
And just think about other things you want to be done. I'm really resourceful.
I want to comment, but I'm not there.
Yeah, I know. We're just along for the ride.
Anything else that you guys want to do? As he reopens the shop while you guys were there, he closed it. Was there anything?
I would like to just say to him, if he'd like to teach me more about the stuff, he can keep the shop open while he's asleep, and I can take care of stuff for him.
I forgot you were gonna be here, so I just closed it.
But
Because I wasn't awake.
in the future, I can take care of that.
I will have an agenda in the list next time. If I don't fall asleep.
I can also run errands and go get other stuff for you too.
Oh, I need dragon fangs.
Fun. You got a list of other stuff too that you need?
Yeah. I need a human's brain.
We can get
I'll keep an eye out for you.
Oh my god.
I mean, if you told us a few days ago, we could have got you some.
Yoink.
Yeah. I need about that many diamonds. But if you find one, you can just keep it. They're really valuable, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to put them towards the gauntlets.
If you bring me a diamond, I can give you a gauntlet.
Just one?
No, 2. You grab
One and a
a
half?
bargain. 2 for the price of 1.
2 gauntlets?
Yeah.
Alright, so what you want is dragon fangs, human brains, and 5 diamonds?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll keep an eye out for these, but I am somewhat limited.
Oh, and a hag's heart.
Sorry. Anywhere that you know I can get this stuff?
No, because he'll die. But if you see one, it'd be cool to have in a glass jar.
Cool.
Roll me a. By the way, your stats go back to normal for sure. Roll me a history or a nature check, Mr. Wolfie.
Not me.
If you can roll a history with a disadvantage, if you want, as Osiris, just because.
Ooh, natural 20, but a disadvantage 10.
History or
15.
15. Okay, that would be
It's 12.
12. Yeah, hags are like magic witches. They're bad, right? They make deals. That's what Osiris is thinking. Don't ever trust a hag. Never talk with a hag. Never. They're aunties and grandmothers of dark magic. They manipulate forests and decayed graveyards. No, you don't ever want to be near a hag. Ever. You would want to fight a giant versus talking to a hag.
I'm gonna end up asking Hagrid about this stuff. He
Hag-
seems like he knows how to get stuff that is on the down low that he shouldn't be able to.
Oh.
Hagrid will look at you and be like, "Why do you need any of this?" No.
I'm gonna go to him because he's got a bunch of shit he don't need either.
That's true. He does. So you're gonna go to Hagrid's hut?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you follow?
I'll go.
Okay.
I think we're Hagrid's favorites.
There, in his hut. Wait. There you go.
Dang.
Detailed up the wazoo. Let me get dragon's teeth.
Yeah, the fangs.
A brain.
Yeah, human.
Diamonds and hag's heart.
Yeah, I don't know what they're for. I just know it's gonna get this guy on my good side. So, I mean, I figured you know how to get illegal
Is this
stuff.
guy trying to revive the dead? What the fuck are you guys? No.
I'm pretty sure he's just trying to get high.
That's fantastic.
He's not
I have
wrong.
things to do.
If you stumble upon these things.
I will certainly
Not.
not give them to you, but okay.
Alright, but I did help you out with a bunch of stuff. That big ditch with the thing. I haven't told nobody about any of your little creature things.
If I see a hag and survive, I will grant you whatever you need.
I'm not telling you to go fight a hag, but I know you know people who have things.
If I find any of these, I will give them to you.
Just alright, cool. I'm gonna ask next week.
Oh my
Roll me not innuendo,
An innuendo
yeah,
check.
innuendo check. The sense mode of innuendo. Fuck. It's
intelligence?
no
Investigation?
insight.
Insight.
Yeah. Too many systems in my head.
That is
Oh, you get +6 on it.
14.
18.
How?
18.
Does that
So,
have
plus the
insight?
2?
Oh yeah, you do have insight check.
No, you
Oh.
already plussed it.
He.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got a +6 on my inside.
Okay, so 18. Okay. You get the feeling that he's probably joking with you. He does not. You don't think that he took any of that conversation seriously. Doesn't know if it was a joke. Doesn't know what to think of it. He's not gonna be looking for these. Maybe he was just humoring you, but yeah.
Not kidding, and I walk out.
Closes his door as slowly as he can, just watching you guys. Okay.
Favorite indie voter.
Anything else, Osiris? Alright. Sony. Anything specific that you want to do?
It's
Oh,
always Sony.
I want to study my scroll
Okay.
a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
Where?
Maybe, is there like any, I guess, like study rooms in the library?
Yeah, there's some study rooms.
Yeah.
Like, you want a private room?
A private room.
Okay.
Just in case anything bad happens.
Okay. After some persuasion, but the librarian eventually gives you a private room. You might have to wait a little bit for a student to leave it. But there are some rooms that have, like the walls have reinforced magic on them, just in case something goes bad while students try to do something a little bit out of their league or trying something hard. They're meant really for 7th year students, but you persuade enough that you can use it. Okay. You pull out your scroll. It's very, very complicated. It takes you about an hour just to figure out what the fuck it's saying. The letters tend to shift every now and then. But as you're reading it, you know that one, it's a very powerful spell, way out of your level, as if not, as in you cannot add it to your spell list. It's a lot of the spell is teaching you how to defend and be safe against whatever this thing is going to bring up. In that hour time, you identified this as a summoning spell. What summon, you don't know. Also, you don't know. The one thing that's very curious to you is you're supposed to draw a circle in human blood. But you don't know if the thing that's coming out needs to be in the circle or if you do. The spell's not clear on that at all. It's about an hour and a half of you just reading it. What do you want to do?
Is that the only spell in it? Or
It's one spell. Yeah.
the whole scroll?
The scroll is one spell. Yeah.
Is there anything, I guess, in the library I can see to reference what's on the scroll? See if maybe...
From you being here for 5 years and looking at this, you a lot of these words, these arcanic rituals, have never even been discussed in any class nor mentioned at all. Very easy to see this is very powerful necromancy. With a lot of evocation included as well. And heavy conjuration, enchantment on top of it. So this is mixing a lot of schools of magic. That's not something that's ever been discussed.
Yeah.
You feel that you can find a lot of the ingredients pretty easily. They're very common, to be honest. You can just go to a supply closet and find a lot of this. The circle of blood is the...
Can I use my own?
It doesn't say what, it just says a circle of blood is the last part of the spell. And this is a ritual summon that will take an hour to do.
doesn't give me any clue of what comes out of the circle.
Not that you've identified as of yet.
But it's a protection spell. Or
A lot of the spell is telling you how to protect yourself against whatever's coming out of it.
so
Whatever you're summoning.
the spell is a protection spell from
The-
what
the,
I
s-
bring.
The scroll is a summoning spell.
Okay.
But most of the page is just telling you what to do to protect yourself against whatever you're summoning. It's what words to do to have it mesmerize, what how to move your hands, how much force, what feeling you should have. It's mentally preparing you for whatever this is. And now at Mark 2 of you look at this, you're, hey, are you okay? You've been in there for a while.
Owls, man.
Alright. You know, some of the students that want to learn, you can't just fucking have it yourself.
Yeah, this picture is locked. And you're like, you're
Yeah,
fine.
it's locked. It definitely was a student who was knocking on the door.
How big does the circle have to be?
It's not specified either. What languages do you know?
I want to say it's Sylvian and Bella. Yeah, Sylvian and Bella.
Half of the time, so the hour that you were here, a lot of it was translating old runic words. Yeah, a lot of a past elected that you might have had that was like, here's how old wizards usually write their spells. This is in that format.
So, I can understand most of it.
Yes, you understand most of it. Not enough to copy down into a spell book, but you understand the gist of what the spell's trying to do.
Can I do?
There's quite a few details that you just cannot make heads or tails about. But for the general purpose of you knowing what the spell does, it summons something.
Can I cast comprehend languages so I can fully understand
Yes, you
everything
can.
on it? Okay.
Alright, so you cast comprehend languages, and with it, this is going to summon, what? It doesn't make sense, but demon? Demons don't exist and they're not real? But apparently it's a summoning demon, and it's supposed to obey you if you have the right tenacity. And the other thing that you have to be corrupt for them to obey you. But it still does not specify where the circle needs to be summoned. I mean, the circle of blood needs to be on you or them. See, it's one page of notes. See? There you go.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know the most.
Okay. About 3 hours have passed by now.
Goodness.
Anything that you want to do?
No, not really. Just besides that.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Cool. When you leave the room, the next student kind of like brushes in. It's like, God, took you long enough. And as he's closing the door. And you're leaving, you hear, was she fucking eating eggs? Okay.
ask me.
It's a
I
snake.
Ferris.
I am not a snake in the grass. How dare you? No.
It's Slytherin.
Aww.
So, I want to go to Slughorn's office.
Okay. Slughorn. I need to get a mini for him too. Actually, I really do.
I mean, if you plan on incorporating him, I
Yeah.
would greatly appreciate it. So, I'm gonna look to Slughorn and be like, "This is how I can get you to notice me, Mister. I only collect famous people." I haven't. You could say I pay attention in class.
Yes. Well, what is this specifically? How can I help you?
Pull flask out, put on table, say, "I need you to try this."
My boy, this is a really good imitation.
That's not an imitation.
It's not pure.
It's diluted. Properly.
Why would you need to dilute this?
Because you don't want the effects lasting all day sometimes.
Why would you need the effects to last at all? This is not
Because-
something that's commonly made.
Who doesn't like luck?
It's
When they need it in a pinch without having the effects last all day.
It's a very tricky thing that you have one of these, which makes me think you might have more.
What I want to know is how to brew a more concentrated form of it. Because I kind of came up with this on the fly, studying it, figuring out exactly how to dilute it properly, but I don't know how to make the concentrated form of it. I only know how to make it diluted. I want something that in the event, in case of emergency, I can whip this out. With absolutely no intention of using it in class or on my owls.
Yes, that would be automatic expulsion.
Of course.
Do you have notes on how you brewed this for, educational purposes?
Reach in the bag of holding. Just on the desk. I thumped for effect, but it's just a scroll.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, God damn. Okay. He goes over, locks the door, starts reading through your notes. My boy, this is pretty accurate. It's a couple of, and he starts telling you which parts are not correct, or this dose needs to be slightly tweaked. Sachet 3 of these versus 2 of these, and then he, not hard to decipher since you've done this enough times, and you get the correct dose now. And by the time it clicks on his head that he just gave you the information, he's like, but obviously you're not going to be brewing this, right?
Not anytime soon. But as I said, this is a 7-year kind of potion. I'm just 5th year. Why would I try this right now?
Yes. What's the other name?
Ferris. Ferris Jones.
Ah, yes. Friday class.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's actually not that day. Yes.
I'm in one of your classes. I know that much.
Whichever class you're in, he says a different day. To show that how much he doesn't pay attention. Well,
I have one more thing to ask. Is it possible to easily brew potions of healing?
not easily, but it is possible.
I mean, given in mind that I can do this, do you think I'd be able to handle a potion of healing? Ah, crap, I made him get out the book.
Tell you specifically in a second.
From a balance perspective, should I be able to brew it?
Yeah, you can. You're an alchemist.
Wonder how much Thomas will buy these for.
Ooh.
Slanging potions.
I will. If you have the specific ingredients and enough time, I'd say within an hour or two, you can get a pretty good potion.
got some spare time on your hands?
I think I can make my schedule available for a bright mind.
Awesome.
Ooh.
And then he goes quickly to his desk and jots something down, closes it, and then brings out a textbook and goes over the basics. Not insultingly slow, but you feel that he's deliberately making sure you understand each step before he goes on to the next step.
Okay.
And yeah, after 2 hours, you brew a potion of healing.
Sweet. And I know how to make them now?
With the right materials, you do see that he brought a lot of expensive things to make this.
I mean, my potion's not exactly easy to make.
Yes. And when you're looking at the ingredients, it's more of collecting these than it is difficult. So yeah, you can make one.
Okay.
And break. I'll explain the mechanics for it.
Sure.
Because there are mathematic things that you can do with your alchemist.
That seems like something that would need balancing.
Yeah. It's balanced. It just it requires the DM explaining what it is.
Well,
Yeah.
Professor Slughorn, thank you for your time. You've been invaluable to my studies. Is there anything you need from me for class?
Just keep that mind sharp.
Yes, sir.
He's a little giddier by the end of the. You saw that he definitely enjoyed teaching you. That was more enthusiasm than he's done in any of his classes for sure.
Cool.
But yeah, anything else that you want to do?
No, that was about it.
Okay. Sad Wolfie.
Alright, so
Yes.
on the full moon,
Mm-hmm.
he says, I'm taking Wolf-born.
Yeah.
I transform as well.
Yes. You have to transform. Yeah.
Uncontrollably, or
Yeah. On the full moon, every werewolf will have to transform.
is there a way to?
You, since you are born, you have your mind.
Okay.
It's different from people that are infected.
Okay.
You are conscious of what's happening, but you just have no control over the transformation.
All right.
And until the next day, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay.
So you're telling me if we get into combat on a full moon, he can stay a werewolf beyond a minute?
Mm-hmm.
Can he speak as a werewolf?
Yes. He can. If you, like, let's say you're bitten, we have to go through a whole long list of rules.
Now you're
for
thinking
that.
with portals.
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
But he maintains his humanity, as they say.
Well, I'm gonna skim through my book,
Okay.
Next book.
Yeah.
which means
for
like
that.
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need you to roll me charisma save.
Oh shit.
Here we go.
God damn
His
it.
mind is more open after the tea.
Is it? Is it? I think I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh God, please don't.
No.
Oh, is it charisma?
It's just a 6.
Okay.
Oh.
So
You are considered attuned with your book now. It is a magical item that you have. Every character can only have 3 attuned items. This book is a magic item that you have now on you. Very odd things happen with when you're looking through your book. Actually, you are now considered proficient in history.
Ooh.
So bubble
As long as you have the book on you, you are proficient in history.
We can have talks.
Right?
I see how it is. I'm proficient in history.
I'm just like, things happen.
You're always
I'm not always high, I'm just always in good fortune. Let's call it that.
When you're looking through this hour that you're just looking to the book and not really understanding what you're looking at, but just looking at it, it's in the middle of the night and you hear rackets and rodel everywhere, like as if no one around you can sleep the entire time you have the book open. No one's resting, no one's you even hear people bitching that their wands aren't working. The next morning when you wake up, you see that someone in your direct room who had a whole bunch of scrolls that they were studying for the test, all the magical enchantments disappeared from them. And like almost a zone of magic just was not permitted the hour that you were reading your book. Yeah.
Now that's a weapon.
Baby.
You have a no magic zone in a magical world.
There is a lot that this book is. Here's a question. Do you want them here?
Does anybody want to join and see? No?
Yeah.
I have a
Absolutely.
deep
Man,
thirst for knowledge. And
I like
history.
knowing
I wanna-
stuff,
I
but I
wanna
mean,
be
I
in
would
the
have to
front.
come
Sorry,
and be
let me
there.
rephrase that.
You have to leave now.
Are we allowed
Does
to hear?
Josh want the players in this room?
I mean, you're the only one that
Oh.
studied it, so.
At the moment, no. Just in case anything happens.
Okay. Well then. When we go on break, you stay for an extra minute.
And we're gonna walk out.
Yeah.
Tacos!
Tacos! Which it is 8, so we could take a break right now. Yeah, if that's all you wanted to do in that week.
That's all.
Okay, alright. If you guys don't mind grabbing a taco,
Yeah.
Grabbing taco
we're gonna
water.
have a little talk.
A taco.
A taco.
Yes.
Oh. Are we gonna coin that phrase?
Yeah.
They're
I
gonna
think
have
we
some
should.
tea.
Yes.
Kind of like
Oh dear. That's pretty good.
We're not leaving.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Now make me.
It's break time though?
Alright. Yeah, it's break time now. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. You can, technically.
Are you gonna come get us when it's time?
Yeah.
I want to become
No, the rest of the game's just him and Jericho.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's
all it
us.
is.
You know, just jacking it.
I want to become a murder machine.
Oh god. That's not good. Oh.
Oh, there's a doggo coming. So. So, this is a book that is fueling your head with. As you have the book on you, you are starting to know information about the people in your room that you never knew. How one's dog died, you know that one's their parents are getting divorced, you know who this other guy has a crush on. You just know things about people now that you didn't before. And every time that you think about something, just information goes into your head and you're learning secrets about the world that you didn't even think about asking. And the more that you hold on to the book, the more this book is important to you and you cannot let it go.
I see.
Alright, cool. So we're gonna go break now. Alright guys, we'll see you in 15. Hi guys.
Alright.
Hey, we're back.
Get hype?
Yeah. So it is Thursday of supposed meeting. What?
I agree.
What's happening? What do you guys want to do that day of? Is anything specific or just go through the day?
I'm just kidding.
Can we
I
have
want
a
to hang
big
out Ferris,
fancy breakfast?
personally.
I have a very dumb question. That
Yeah,
is
all
not-
questions are dumb.
That is
Oh, no,
mildly
you're
out
not.
of
What?
that is mildly out of game.
Sure.
Can I brew each one of them exactly one luck roll? No? Two on Malin?
Because it's a feat. No.
Oh, I didn't do my rolls.
I thought you said we could distribute it.
I think I said that, and then I decided not to.
Okay, never mind.
That's all I want.
Right now.
Yeah, right
Sorry,
now.
right
Ooh, 18.
Can we go see Steve again? Steven?
He's in the forest.
I know, I miss him.
We're gonna be out there anyway.
Well, yeah, but we might be in a different area of the forest. You gotta remember, the forest is
Can
really
we
big.
summon
and
our stone girlfriend?
Oh, he
He died.
He's so cool. No!
He's
timeless.
He's not dying. He's
he's
just
not that. He's
hibernating.
immortal technically, but you don't know that.
He's hibernating.
He is hibernating. Is there anything specific you guys want to do before we head out?
I want to hang out with Ferris.
Okay.
I
I'm going with him.
invite whoever
Who's the definition
that I
teacher?
see.
Trini?
Yeah, Twiggy.
Can I go see her and see if she has any insight of what might happen?
Remember Centaurs.
So wait, it's a new day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can technically brew another potion of healing, right?
You did.
Do you have gold?
Yeah, gold.
30?
Cool.
Yeah, 30.
You are in grave danger.
Oh god. I see the reaper.
She sees nothing in your future.
That's bad.
That is actually bad. That's very bad.
How much,
There's wolves howling, man.
how,
Bad.
how much gold do I
Can
need to take
I
off?
go hang
17.
out with Sonya and ask her
17?
again about her divination dream? Because I can't remember all the details, but it was pretty gnarly
Cool.
and it was in the woods.
I took notes.
This is why notes are very useful.
How many
I had
pages
some,
ago
but
was
it was
this?
fun.
I want to hang out with them because I'm a girl.
So basically, guys.
Yeah.
and girls.
Everyone's
She's a
together.
girl who can
This is a
pet
free day,
talk.
nobody has
She's a
classes
girl.
or anything like that.
We're going to assume that you guys are doing this in the appropriate time where all this matches, and Dumbledore is not near you.
Sorry.
It's okay. Dumbledore knows. He knows his place. It's where I tell him to be.
Oh shit.
I'm not prepping.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
are.
think you are.
You
You
really
should draw a
should be.
bunch of trees. You know what they look like.
Trees.
Yeah.
Out of game. Are we ever gonna fight that like statue thing over there?
Which one?
You know
Big
which
red
one?
bastard.
The gold one.
Wait.
No.
The gold
You will
one?
never fight her.
Oh.
She's
Reminds
beyond,
me of Hunter x Hunter, where it's the dude with 1,000 hands.
Yeah, no, she's beyond your. That diva's beyond your level.
Fine.
Even when you.
Even when you're max level, it's beyond your level.
Yeah, actually.
Development.
Wait a second.
That'd be
Mhm.
cool.
That would be neat.
Yes.
My vision. It says. Wait, one of the notes I said.
Yeah, tell them. What's
Yeah.
your vision? As Bones is
Asking.
sleeping.
I think
now
you
I
got
can
the
interpret.
magic
Now I can
mojo,
interpret
and
this
you
a
just
little
gotta
better.
understand your mojo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If y'all can help me keep up with the camera, I'd appreciate it. One day I'm gonna have so many fucking gadgets and I'm not gonna know what to do. We're gonna hire a person by that thing.
Woo,
It'll be in
we're
that
on
corner.
board.
Be in the corner.
Not talking. No.
You stay in there.
That'll be
You're
the
the-
real corner, bitch.
We'll give,
Equipment, bitch.
Okay, sorry.
we'll give you snacks, but you shut up.
That is oddly specific.
I know.
I will bring the stacks to you.
Exactly.
Give them all like a legit hammer with you that day.
I'll
Just
bring the
intimidate.
snacks.
So, Bones just asked Sonya about her vision. That I don't know if you actually said in character to them.
I don't know if
I don't
we
think
did,
you
but I
did.
remember hearing you say that you had like a moment.
Yeah. It was in class, and
No.
you know how the divination teacher's kind of quirky.
That's a word.
Quirky.
You could use that one to describe
Okay.
her. There's a,
Very
there's,
quirky.
Just like her hair.
So I didn't tell her because I don't know. I guess it was kind of private.
Yeah.
But now that I'm like interpreting it, because right after I wrote notes about it, so I wouldn't forget it. And
There's so many
glad you
wolves
did.
just out tonight.
so many.
I mean, it's the daytime. I mean, it's like,
Howl at the Sun?
yeah. I mean, wolves. I can
There's
howl
a
right now.
moon
My dog will
somebody.
howl. Yeah. Sorry.
I remember how one of it was horse, or I guess what a horse was riding on a field. And now that I'm thinking about it, we're facing the Centaurs, and that could be the horses of it.
Okay.
And we're supposed to be meeting them in the forest. Maybe there's a field in the middle of the
Like a
forest.
clearing or something.
Or maybe it's the battlefield.
Yeah.
We did see the bomb clearing
Yeah.
near the tomb.
So
I don't.
That
Tomb
might
is the wrong word.
That seems so far fetched now that I'm thinking about it.
Vault.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Yeah.
Can we hear like it had a whole like thing, right? Can
Yeah.
we hear the entire thing?
Okay.
Thank you, by the
horse-
way, for
this is-
writing this.
Yeah, this is very short-handed,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like a horse riding in the fields, and then slithering stone being thrown.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a dragon curling and flying looking, and then forest into a green mist.
Oh.
And that's when the professor's trying to, I guess, wake me up for a second, but I kind of phased back in it. And then off to the distance, I saw Tom, our very friendly Slytherin,
Oh.
and his eyes were slit like a snake, and I kind of got out of it by then. That was the last thing I
So
remember
Tom
seeing.
was a snake.
His eyes were like slit like snake. You know how the
Yeah.
pupils across.
Well, he is a Slytherin. So.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That makes it. I mean, that makes sense.
And since you probably feel like somewhat of an emotional connection because you had the vision,
Yes.
do you think that, I don't know, is it a leap to think he might be like watching us, or he might be there too, and we have to look out for this kid?
Well,
I mean, he's rough. I remember in the village when he knocked his
well, he
arm
seems more
asses.
powerful than he looks from
Yeah.
what we saw from him that one day.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with him.
I don't
Yeah.
Just
either.
saying.
Can we
I
just
get a
all
weird
keep a lookout
vibe.
for this guy? Because he scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
if
have
I
to
had
share a dorm room with
if I had a
him.
vision about him, then that's not good news.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Poor
looking
guy.
out for stuff, if y'all see this dragon from the from
Oh,
the vision,
Lord.
I need some of these teeth.
Yeah, there's a dragon.
They don't mind that at all.
You know, just if you see
Why-
it.
why do
Because
you
you're a
wait,
muggle,
wait.
I'm going to give you a pass,
Let a
but do
guy
you
know.
understand just how big
Why-
a dragon is?
Well, maybe it's
Can I
got
ask
like
you
bad
why?
teeth.
See it
When you
long
sleep,
before it sees
falls out.
you.
We gotta find the old dragon, right?
Okay,
That's
that's right.
adventures.
Oh,
Can I
well, even baby dragons, I assume, are dangerous.
Just find Parthenon.
Osiris.
But-
Can I ask you why you need the teeth?
Just so you know,
Thomas
I do speak
wants-
dragon.
wants
I can
the
ask
teeth.
them.
I don't
I'm
know.
sure they'll still
That makes
incinerate
sense.
I didn't
you.
ask questions.
I don't think that would like just you ask.
I imagine, knowing
It's
Thomas,
beautiful teeth. Do you ever
this is gonna be
drop
some
them?
crazy getting high stuff.
Probably.
Imagine smoking dragon and it's not barbecue.
Smoking dragon.
I
Smoking
think
dragon.
that
Did
if
we just find our team name?
But he might be doing something
Smoking
else. I don't know.
dragons.
Oh
I
my
mean-
gosh, and that works!
You knowing more stuff about potions, you might know more about these ingredients.
I think that Hagrid might have been on the money if he was like, is he trying to raise the dead? Because if he's using a human brain, that says something. Dragon fangs are very magical. That says something. Diamonds are really freaking expensive. That says something. And hags' hearts are usually, well, if you're getting that close to a hag, you're probably not living to tell about it. And that says something. So if Hagrid immediately jumped to attempting to raise the dead, I don't think he's exactly right, but I don't think he's that far off either. This is some potent shit that might not be related to getting high, for once.
What if instead of raising
Damn
a
it,
dead,
Thomas.
Well, and can I, real quick, Ferris, because I know you know a lot about history, plus a lot about these things. Is it true that a lot of magical items have qualities like what the form is? Like a dragon's tooth could be a tool, like for piercing, or so. Is there something like that where you can kind of assume that one of them would be more?
Like maybe he just wants like a sick necklace. Like,
This is where I look to the DM and say, would I know that?
I feel like you know some things.
Roll me an Arcana check.
oh shit.
I'm also going to annoyingly ask people
That is a
everything all
nat
the time, 'cause
1.
that's just me. So you guys can totally tell me it's true.
Oh.
With a proficiency, that's a 3, but that's still a nat 1. This
You
is-
don't know if magic works that way.
Can I look in my tome just to see?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Oh wait, no, that was a 4. That was
Not
so
bad.
It's
that was
kind of shit.
int plus proficiency. That was a 4. But-
Yeah, I got an 8.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Okay.
If it's sharp enough for piercing, if it's tough, like skin, it obviously is for defense.
That makes sense. So a brain would be for thinking.
Yeah, brains are for smarts.
heart would be for love.
Yeah, love or
Totally.
toughness.
It's not like Wizard
Yeah.
of Oz. You need a brain and a heart.
Oh my gosh.
That's a
That's
really
like
good
the
book.
best book.
That's a really good book.
What if
Very
instead
popular
of
right now.
raising the dead, it helps control it? Like, just in case something bad happens, he's prepared to control the dead?
Ooh.
To use for good?
Well, I mean,
I mean, that would
this
be...
is metagame. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it then.
Why would you ask that, Sonya? It's a very specific question.
Oh!
You have something.
No.
Did he
What I
say
was
anything
saying,
about
what I
blood?
was saying is metagaming is that I can learn something called Speak with Undead. So that would be one
That's
way.
something that I'm studying at the moment. It seems interesting.
I heard about that.
I heard about that. It's a book. It got
Anyway.
them smarts in it.
Either way, this shot guy wants all this stuff, so it's got to be valuable.
We saw zombies though, right? Like we fought zombies.
Yes,
Those
it is.
couldn't be magically.
You know.
You remember our good friend the bear?
Alright, quick question. A zombie would have brains, right? Human brains?
Technically.
They'd also be deteriorated. I mean, it's
Wouldn't
a
it be
freaking
corrupt?
He
zombie.
didn't say they had to be in good condition.
You just said they had to be brains.
I just know
Brains is
that
brains
he
is
might give me a
brains.
lot of money for it.
Dear
I mean,
God.
so just keep an eye out.
For
We'll figure out
For
these motives
brains.
later, maybe. But
All right, I'm pretty sure we need to get on location to
Yeah.
Hagrid's.
Let's go to
Whoa,
Hagrid.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Do.
so I got 526 gold, and I need 600 gold for blast gauntlets, and you said you'd loan me some money.
Later, bud. Later. We have more pressing matters at the present.
But,
Wait, you gotta go climb some trees, right?
yeah,
Not smoke 'em.
You gotta be beat.
not
Just
until
climb.
Tuesday
Bones.
at 4
I
o'clock.
wanna go to Hagrid's hut.
He'll be okay unless he sees a mushroom.
And we lost him.
Yep.
Oh,
He's
God.
done.
Alright. Well,
Let
So,
us get in position.
Can we be
to
smoking
Hagrid?
dragons?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good team name. I don't
Smoking
know.
dragon.
I
Just
wanna
put it
be
on the back
smoking
burner.
I
Think
think
about
we
it.
should wait
Smoking
a little
dragons.
longer before we
We'll make a list.
before we decide.
We have not.
He
That
hasn't
is a
decided. He
good
hasn't
one.
decided if he liked us yet.
I
that's
think
why.
I think we can potentially do better.
I like dick punch too, but that's a little on the nose.
Did you just look at that? And, oh,
Punch
wait.
Can it
your
be
dicks.
5 finger
No,
dick?
Yes.
What?
5-finger dick punch.
No, I don't want to be the Nickelback of D&D.
Don't call yourselves Imagine Dragons.
Oh!
It's a meme to hate them, right?
God damn.
Not anymore.
I don't know. I don't
Hey.
think so. Like, legitimately. I don't. I know Radioactive was like a good steampunk song. So, you guys are in Hagrid's
Hey, no
hut.
royalties.
Sparred it up.
Hut. His puppy is there. Technically gonna be Fang. It's just another dog. Fang
It's a
is
different
not fucking 30 years old.
Yeah.
Are you?
As I come in, I'm just like,
I am not.
Are you sure?
I am.
There's a mastiff in the room. A very young mastiff. But
Okay.
as I come in, can I be like, you find any of those brains?
yeah, closes his door.
Did you miss
Alright.
us?
Cyrus, did you just say brains?
Yeah.
Where are you here?
We are
I just
sent-
assume something's going.
Why is anyone here?
Dumbledore said we were meeting here. He didn't tell you nothing?
I haven't seen Dumbledore in days.
Well, you're about to, probably.
If you're not about to see
Prepare
him, you
yourself.
are most certainly about to hear from him in the next
3, 2, 1.
Maybe
few minutes. I'd gander.
Either way, we're gonna hang out. I want to know how this octopus is doing.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
he's not there.
Wet.
I don't know where he went.
Uh-oh.
Is there a hole?
No.
No, not Steve.
It was
He
growing
just
pretty quick.
leaves, goes to the covers, and starts grabbing some bottle.
How's Francis?
So what happened?
Oh, he's cute.
He's cute. Can we see him?
Yeah, he's outside.
Did he
And-
grow? Did he grow?
Is he getting a little big for the hut?
It's comfortable right now that he's swimming in circles. It's getting to a point where he might need something bigger, but he's fine where he is. He's very colorful, almost gold.
Oh. Do you have any new ones?
No,
friends.
Are you sure?
Roll me a insight.
Yes. I want to see the roll Ferris. Insight.
Do you want me to move my dice so you can bounce it
Where
off
my
the wall?
fuck is inside? Okay.
No, I'm actually doing pretty good.
Oh, because I got a whopping.
17.
16.
Do you want me to move my
So
dice?
Show
I
me-
got a
show
whopping
me the critter.
11.
I got a
Critters.
22.
I got a 17.
I'm not. What? I don't like animals.
What's this? And I like pull out whatever I
I'll have a hat.
Wait, what are you pulling?
know. What else? You said I know, like.
You know that he's lying.
Oh, okay, okay.
But
Hagrid, we're not gonna tell anybody.
We're so impressed.
I just
with
want to
your
call him
abilities.
out.
We
Like, I just
wanna
want to
meet
call him
your
out,
friends.
like, to his face.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what I do.
Yeah, he's
Neff, do you
He's
have any
definitely lying.
crumbs?
Say what?
Do you have any crumbs
doesn't eat.
to lure?
I mean,
Uh,
nothing.
Lured out?
I
Starts
think I do.
drinking again.
Oh, I think I still have a muffin.
Aline goes,
I do have a muffin.
is he bullshitting or
Can
what?
we donate our muffin?
Oh,
Just,
yeah.
just put it on the table.
I
or
mean,
something.
you know he don't like
You
it.
okay?
He's not a good
You
liar.
put down the muffins on the table.
Yes.
He looks around. He's staring up at the ceiling.
As I'm looking up too.
And then, as everyone's seeing that, you hear the. And as the mastiff is on the table eating the muffins.
Damn it.
Nothing. See? Nothing.
We're not
Kind of
gonna say
like
no.
Can we
look
give him
around
puppy
and
eyes?
try to see if I see anything.
Roll perception, everybody.
Can we give him charisma puppy eyes?
Oh, that
12.
is not. No. That's a 4.
Okay.
10.
Okay.
17.
Oh.
Ferris?
Oh,
You got
sorry.
perception.
Where the hell's perception?
Wisdom.
20?
Ooh.
It's 17 plus 3.
So, you guys are looking around to like what could it be hiding? Anything, any size, especially in this world. Looking through teapots, and he's trying his best to stop you, but not physically doing anything to prevent it. Just like and then he kind of just in this feet sits down in this heavy leather chair, and as both of you are just looking around, you notice that a lot of the corners and the huts are covered in webs.
No. Fucking
I'm out.
Yes.
Y'all know this. You guys don't know anything.
Oh, hello.
I'm like just picking up a pillow. I'm like, I know you got something.
No.
What's up, Hagrid?
You're acting
What
real
do you
weird,
have?
Hagrid.
I know.
I don't believe you.
Hagrid, if we knew about Francis, you can tell us about anything new that you have.
Yeah, and besides,
We
we
like
know that all
animals.
of your friends are good to us usually, so we just like to meet them. Just so they know we don't mean them any harm.
You just seriously misunderstood, but no.
Fair enough. Maybe what you're hiding
Alright.
Yeah,
will disturb
Dumbledore needs to talk
everybody
to you,
the
right?
Deep core.
We are
He's
waiting on
coming here.
Dumbledore. He's coming to us.
He's coming in the Dumble window.
That
Big
was awful.
half giant.
I want to like
Brown.
look out the window to see if like anybody like is out there.
Alright, perception.
19,
I belong to
22.
Griffin windows, so I'm okay with that.
You are super certain no one's coming.
Yet.
Yes. What time is it? What time of the day?
Nobody was
It's-
following
it
us,
lit-
nothing like that.
Mm-mm.
Cool.
It's almost 10. It means it's supposed to be at midnight.
Okay, so we're good.
Oh, early.
About 11.
We had to be
No
out here before
shows.
curfew kicked in.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out with Hagrid.
Can we make you some tea, Hagrid?
Oh, I can make you some tea. I'll make the best kind. And then he starts making you guys some tea. Does anyone have any way to keep track of time? Anyone have a watch on them?
Nope.
Okay.
I have my trinket with the goblin. Is there a clock in there?
Wait, we have a literal astronomer with us. You're telling me they can't divulge what time it is just by looking up?
Isn't there a sundial somewhere?
I mean, it's
not
nighttime.
not Hagrid's, not his hut. With amongst your party right now, because it's getting fairly late. You feel you've been here quite a while.
Do you guys think that Dumbledore would just like
Stood us up?
Ding dong ditches.
He stood us up.
Dumbledore left to go to London a couple days ago. So I don't know what your plans.
Will you bust like a message to Dumbledore?
Sure, definitely.
Does message have that kind of range?
I mean, if he's in the Forbidden
If he's
Forest.
willing, right? If he's accepting.
What's the best way to know that? What's the best way of knowing that we're not in trouble? Is for us to wait for him and then not come.
Yeah, because he keeps
He
us
just
in
stood-
one
yeah.
spot waiting.
Yeah,
while
he just stood us up.
Or, hear me out, he did this on purpose
Yeah.
so that way we would be close enough that even though we are out here past curfew, that we would be able to deal with it, and Dumbledore straight up bitched out.
This is
I don't think Dumbledore
though.
would do that.
What if he's got an enemy that he's not divulging?
Are you
and he
saying
doesn't?
this out loud?
Okay,
I am.
yeah. I think Hagrid can hear it.
I'm-
It's not anything that
I
he knows
trust
we're crazy. We
Hagrid.
asked him for brains and a heart, so
That's true.
he's got
Boom.
that.
Why don't you try?
Yeah. What do you
message?
guys want me to say? What do you think makes sense? Because I don't want to offend this man. Obviously, he means a lot to us, but I don't want to.
Dumbledore, are you bailing on us?
How about
Remember
Dumbledore?
our date?
We're
But
at Hagrid.
Dumbledore, we're in position waiting for further orders.
Yeah,
Do you
perfect.
guys
Yeah.
agree with that? Yeah.
I mean, that was really military, but I mean, that's what my
That sounds
character
very
would say.
professional.
Do it, dude.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with being blunt.
I'm good with that.
But that's my character.
Okay, I'd like to send the message, Dumbledore, we're in position waiting for further orders, and we're worried.
Okay. You cast your spell. Send your thoughts.
And we hear birds.
Yeah. You don't hear anything back. You know you got the message. You just sense pain.
Well, shit. Anything,
What did
Bones?
he say?
I didn't hear anything back, but I sense pain. So there's something, I feel like there's something wrong. I don't know how we even find.
Hagrid, do you have a clock?
Yeah. Big, bulky, loud tinkering thing. But yeah, it functions as a clock.
Okay.
And you put it on the
It's
table.
a
What time
mechanical
is it?
sundial.
It's 15 till midnight.
Something's wrong.
Trap. Do you have a danger sense? Neff, what do you think?
Let's spice.
Oh God! There's a spider in here.
I'd like to go outside and then scale the tallest tree nearby and then just look out above the forest for signs of just if there's
I'm gonna stop
anything that-
Osiris on the way out the door. Wait. I'm gonna grab one of Hagrid's mugs.
Okay.
This is no time to be drinking.
This
Wait.
isn't for drinking. Cast light.
Can we also
Above is the bright
send
light?
someone who can
Gibbs.
see at night superbly in
Go to the forest.
form?
Well, I will have to put this in my bag to climb
Because
appropriate.
I think you
Well,
have
the good news is
natural
if you're
abilities
if
that we
it's
I
in
can
your
do
bag,
it
it is
in
actually
uniform.
completely concealed
Oh, well, that's even
and does
better.
not omit light.
See, I'm just learning how
It
cool
only
you
omits
are.
light when it is out.
Oh,
I'm gonna just go at least a few feet in the forest.
I just gave you something as
Scan
bright as a
around.
torch that you can conceal easily.
You could probably hear too,
Sweet.
really
I could-
amazingly.
Alright,
yeah.
What do we do, guys?
Tallest tree.
yeah, roll me an athletics check. Roll me perception.
That'll be a 17.
Can I try to send another
tripped
message while they're
in the
doing that and
woods.
just say, tell me if you need us?
That's just awful.
Yeah, you can definitely. Roll me perception.
I already did 17.
Oh, I thought that was a.
Oh,
acrobatics.
perception. Never mind.
Yeah.
That will be a 12.
12. Okay.
I'll be putting this on my
1 second. So, Jericho, as you're looking, you don't see anything. You don't smell anything. Yeah, nothing. And as you're walking around, you kind of trip over something, and there's this dog-sized thing with multiple legs just scurries off into the forest.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, you just tripped over Aragog. That's a quick way to die.
So
Right now.
Think it was fire. I think.
It was a dog-sized thing.
no, the dog sized thing has multiple legs that you can detect. So, Osiris, 12 high enough in tree with your light spell.
The tallest tree.
The light spell is currently secluded
Yeah.
in his bag.
I'm just looking for like signs of anything anywhere.
You do see, further into the forest. The only reason why you can see is because how big it is and just the contrast between how dark the forest is and how light the fur on this entity is. You do see a centaur walking in par with another centaur just going into a direction. And you make a quick mental note and then they go into like a clearing and then there seems to be like a road like way deep into the forest. Since you're on the
How
top.
far deep?
It's gonna take you a minute to get there for sure. It's if you run as fast as you can probably get there. Judging by the distance, maybe 10 minutes or so. If you just haul ass by yourself, but with your team, maybe double that time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 12:05.
So I'm gonna come down the tree and tell them what I saw.
Okay, and as you're doing that, while this is happening, you send your other message. You feel you sent the message, and there is something blocking it. Like that would take a roll me Arcana.
I have proficiency. Do I have proficiency? Yeah, I got an 8.
8. Okay. Then you don't know what it is, but there has to be, from what you can figure with your 8, some type of like anti-scry or anti-field of magic, something that's physically choosing to prevent me from sending this message to Dumbledore.
Okay. So I'm feeling something.
Yeah, you're feeling a complete block. Like you know something has physically blocked your spell from entering Dumbledore
Okay.
for whatever reason.
And I have some of my team still.
Yeah, everyone's here. And by the time that you convey all this, maybe a minute or two later, but I was going to say Ferris, the rest of your team comes in.
Yeah. So I want to come in and I want to be like, so I see where to go. I'm going to haul ass there. I'm going to mark trees with my kunai as I go by, and you guys can follow if you want. And I say this to Hagrid and everybody. And I leave and I just start running in that direction, marking trees.
Wait.
I'm gone.
Oh god.
I'm gone.
It will take
He
me
is
longer
gone.
to get there than explaining, and it starts at midnight.
Okay, and given that information, I tried again to message him because I was feeling that pain. And I feel like there's something blocking me. Like some kind of powerful magic keeping me from messaging and getting in touch with Dumbledore for whatever reason. I don't know that. I know centaurs are pretty. Who speaks centaur? Somebody
That'd
else.
be me.
Okay, so you probably understand a little bit about their texts and things, and I know that they're really good at what they do, but I don't think they have the ability to control a mind like that. Here's my thought, and I could be totally way off base. I'm just throwing it out there, guys. I kind of feel like Dippin somewhere interfering with Dumbledore. I feel like it's a school thing or somebody with major magic interfering with this. That's my thought. I'm probably way off. I don't know.
I worry that you said you felt pain. That's not good.
The fact that you felt pain the first time leads me to believe that whoever's blocking it now realized you were there.
I mean, yeah.
Or at least,
I think we should go to the meeting. Either way, that's my feeling. But I feel like something
I don't
has
think
him
any
and
of y'all
he's
can
not
keep
going to
up
be
with
there.
me.
I just.
Roll.
I have 40.
Why would he have not gotten
I have
us?
40.
Yes, for you.
This is bad. That's all I know.
Technically, you can go faster if you spend key points. That's what I meant by hauling ass. But you'll be exhausting all your key points.
I would.
I want to get like pretty much like 5 minutes within it, and then I kind of want to be like sneaky coming up to it.
Okay.
I feel like we need to at least go after
to see how well you mark
Osiris.
all the.
Yeah, no. I don't
22.
think there's anything we can do to
Okay,
fix
you're
the
marking pretty
situation. Is what
well.
I'm saying.
Leaving good X's and an arrow to it.
I think this is beyond what we can
Haggard?
do.
Do you have any horses that we could borrow real quick?
No.
Do
Do
we
you have any creature that would help get us faster to where we saw the danger?
Hey, Sonya,
No.
you have a bell.
I don't have a bell.
Do you know the magical bell
That's
anymore?
not my bell.
Huh?
That wasn't mine.
Oh, bell was druids, which is no longer in
Yeah.
party. I'm an idiot.
What about brooms? Does anybody play Quidditch? Does anybody have a broom?
Well, we should all know
I'm
how,
not allowed to
but
play
we just don't have
Quidditch
it.
for reasons.
I don't like brooms.
I feel like maybe
I like malls.
Can we enchant your mole? Fly on it?
Look, there's no way we're gonna get there faster. Hagrid, do you know how to
Huh?
navigate through the forest
I
reliably?
gotta go.
Depends on where you want to go.
We are trying to get to a clearing with, according to Osiris, a road leading to it. That's
That describes like 17 different things.
okay. The nearest one to the school. And apparently we have been left a trail. If we've
I
been
would-
left a trail, could you track it?
I can track almost anything, but
Okay.
I advise not going into the forest unless.
Would you rather us go alone without you, or you accompany us?
Hagrid, would you rather risk a bunch of students?
Oh Jesus!
I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is you?
So you're just leaving?
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna start following the track.
Oh,
Like my hand's on the
All right,
doorknob. I am
all right.
ready to walk out with.
I'm gonna
Like-
start
in the
going
ranks.
too. Yeah.
We're gonna go.
Roll me a
Dumbness check.
diplomacy.
Diplomacy?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, see whether or not Hagrid
Yeah.
comes with us. Well, that's okay.
Where does
Oh,
diplomacy?
That's pretty fun.
Which one is diplomacy?
Well, yeah. What's diplomacy?
Oh, fuck,
Is it charisma?
No, persuasion.
Oh, okay.
Persuasion.
Oh, persuasion. I have proficiency in that,
Son of a bitch,
Yeah,
where's persuasion?
sorry.
I got a 17.
and I still got a
Oh,
9.
Okay, that's actually not that bad. It's
Which one
12,
was it?
but still.
9?
I have proficiency in it. I got a 9.
Wait, too much.
So you got
17. Hagrid, we need you. Can you help us?
Hagrid, you're pretty useful against this.
The alternative is me
Insight.
walking in there with a freaking torch, which is gonna light us up like hell.
21.
First, he agrees. As everyone is excited, okay, good. And with his aid, you eventually see that everyone's following behind you. And Hagrid's having a pretty easy time, especially how well you left the markings in finding it. Everything that Osiris described to you guys is where Hagrid finds the clearing. But going back to when he said yes and he agreed, you feel that he really does not want to, and it's not for safety or anything, you totally go to the woods with you guys. There's something else that he should be doing, but he decided to be with you instead.
Uh-oh.
So, can you guys grab the minis? Okay,
Why don't we release it once we get there?
Osiris, what language do you know?
Common.
Okay.
Hold on, let me make sure. Pretty sure it's just common.
I'm reasonably sure.
Yeah, it's just common.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit of French, I don't know.
French might be useful. French actually might be very useful. So, when you get there, you...
Oh! Crap!
Oh.
Crap a ding dong.
There's no penises.
There's 4, 5. Can I see your miniature? You're here-ish. Hiding, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, am I like close enough to like see in here?
You can, you're from where the fire is 10, 20, 30, 40 feet away. 45. Roll me a stealth, since you said you were hiding. Before I draw the picture.
It will be a 13.
13. Okay. When you get there, all you see is 2 centaurs in circles, just like
damn.
walking around. One of them does have that white fur that you saw, and they both have halberds, just kind of dragging on the ground. And eventually see a secondary centaur, the only centaur mini that I actually have, not colored by me, way better than what I can do. And they start speaking in a language that you don't understand. Eventually one marches up here, the other one goes here, as this centaur kind of just stands in the middle.
Does this seem to me like the meeting space that we were looking for?
Definitely. There is some couple boulders, definitely like Russians coming through. As you see that this centaur is kind of looking that way, and this centaur is looking this way, and they kind of stand in the very military-ish pose. And these are all logs that are just completely cut, like perfect for a chair. So, eventually, since you're here, let's say 15 minutes before everyone else gets here for the conversation and everything that happened. After the centaur, you see a very skinny, hairy man with like torn clothing, but looks out of place, very, very out of place. He just kind of just walks, and he doesn't really sit down. He kind of just like lays on all fours, and then eventually just kind of is on his threes, and he's just looking, just eyeing the centaur, not really talking. About a minute or two pass by, and you see a very pale, extremely pale, I would say kid, more our age, RL than in game. He is very heavy cloaked. The only all black. The only thing that's different is his hands are extremely pale, almost ghost white. So is his face. As roll perception.
That would be 20.
Okay, you definitely do see this. Come from the opposite end. His feet are not touching the ground. He is just floating.
Hovering like a specter.
Yeah. The cloak that he had on is long enough that you can't even see his feet, but those are definitely not movements. He's gliding. He has no shift in his posture as he just floats. Stops here, greets the person very formally, and then sits right in direct front of the guy that's in all threes, and there is some odd animosity before the centaur kind of just goes in and like puts his spear down on the ground, and they both, from your perspective, you can see that the very pale young man has a cocky grin on him before he pulls out a red lollipop and starts just enjoying the lollipop. By the time you guys come in, you actually hear them before they hear anyone here. I'm just gonna put you guys over her.
You make quite an entrance.
Yeah. As I'm describing this, I need everyone to roll me stealth. You already rolled yours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You from this position, very, very well-dressed 3-piece suit goblin comes in, and he's just walking like this. The centaur looks at him, doesn't say anything, and the goblin grins and looks like he's about to sit here, then quickly changes his mind and sits right next to where the centaur would be. And you see that he greets the pale boy and young man. The pale young man also greets him very properly. And whoever has proficiency in history and who's ever still learning can roll history. If you're proficient in history, you may roll, and if you are Slytherin, you may roll.
Do you want our stealth numbers, or we just keep?
Keep the stealth numbers to yourself.
That's a 10.
Okay.
11.
Can I roll twice since I meet both qualifiers?
No.
5. 19.
Okay, so you 3 would know since you're not Slytherin. You're like, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah.
But a properly dressed man with silver, almost white hair, very, very long, with a odd, very like you've seen him. You've seen this student, very talented, but this looks like an older version of him, maybe a dad, grandfather. They have very similar mannerisms, very cockyish walk. He also has a nice two-piece suit with a green tie, walking around with a cane. You think this is part of the Malfoy family? As this guy comes in from the direction that you guys would have taken if you followed the path instead of going into the woods. And he sits next to in one of the trees. What did you guys all get in stealth?
Stealth?
Yes.
What was it? 10.
10.
17.
21.
I already had mine, right?
Yeah, but what was it?
Oh, mine was like 22 before, I think.
Okay. Well, you see that rolling perception as well to see if you can hear what's happening.
17.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
5.
It's gonna be a little hard to hear.
19.
Okay.
15.
21.
Okay. You'll be, since everyone else passed, you'll be able to understand and follow up, but RPing wise, it's a little hard to hear. There is some aggression that you're having right now. You don't know why. Just you feel that you need to. If you were closer, you would want to fight someone. You don't know why either. You just feel that there is some type of like animalistic conflict in there that you do not want to be a part of. You don't know why you feel that way, but you definitely feel that. If you were closer, there would be blood, and you don't know why. But you feel that must happen, but you're also conscious enough to step away. And that's making you not pay attention. So as this is happening, before they're conversating slowly.
Can I hear?
Yeah, everyone can hear. It's just to why you're not paying full attention to the story. Hagrid's like, there's no good coming from this now with the Malfoy there. Don't trust this at all. Anything that you guys want to say before they start speaking?
Dumbledore's not here.
It's not here.
It's not there? No, where's Dumbledore?
I
That's
want
correct.
to say to Hagrid that if we're here, it doesn't look.
Obviously, everything's being whispered.
Yeah, definitely. Even though I got a 10 on stealth, so I'm probably breaking some branches like nobody's business. But anyway, I want to tell him that if he has to go, I think we're hidden for now. We're not in. It's not obviously a trap.
When you say that, you see that his crossbow's slowly taking it out.
Okay.
We have an NPC.
So he kind of steps forward,
Hagrid, no.
Stay back.
and that's all he does. And he takes a knee.
Thank you.
And you see that he's definitely like puffing himself up, maybe to be more covered.
Aw, he's protecting
Um,
us.
So the Centaur starts speaking, and they start talking in common.
Oh, okay.
Well, we can't wait for neither Brutus nor Alderthorn. Apparently no one from school showed up. Let's continue. So the Muggle death weapon hit close to home. Let's hit our forest, our home. Despite the protection we give them, the safety we give them, they bring their death to us. And then kind of see that he lowers his spear.
Can I whisper something to them and just be like, should somebody here represent the school? I can't.
I mean, we're just students. Yeah, but
If something comes up, keep it in mind.
When I happen to say some other things, then you guys catch in on these things. So what do you say? And then you see the Mr. Malfoy stand up with his cane, very proper, kind of fixing his tie a little bit tighter to his neck. Well, for one, I say we need to eliminate the threats before it attacks again. Before it eliminates all of us. And then you see that he's paying close attention to the Goblin and the guy to his right. And the Goblin kind of steps a little bit closer to the fire, grins, and you guys can see all the jagged teeth that it has, like almost shark-like. Well, let's just say if Grindelwald gets attacked, all your treasures are gone. And we goblins will take those treasures and hide. You protect us, we protect the gold. And this steps back, away from the fire. And you guys can still see the beady eyes from the goblin. That kind of gives the Malfoy character a grin as everyone's looking at him since he's still standing. What says you, Nexus? Surely you have some value in the woods? Surely you have an opinion? What's your viewpoint on this pestilence that is in our woods? And then you all roll perception. You. And only you. 20. Okay. Something definitely catches your nose as it starts smelling blood. Almost enticingly. As Malfoy is saying this, and Nexus, you presume, the one in pale white lifts his cloak down, and his mouth now is stained red as the lollipop is dripping. He smiles. You see these two huge fangs come from him, and he's completely bald with almost like elven pointed ears. And you see that he stands, almost floating. Characteristically, Albertus, you are so cocksure. You are very presumptuous to say that I have a taste for blood, and I know that yours is more than mine. I only lich on one living creature for its lifetime. You ooze on many more. And then its eyes go straight to the guy that's on threes. And you see that the guy that's on threes looks on the edge, like his foot is just ticking, like he's just waiting for something to happen. What do you guys do?
So to me, it seems like this is going towards the way that they just want to go and kill like all muggles, right? The Centaurs haven't said anything.
No, the Centaurs are holding the meeting. from just basic info, it's as the meeting carries on for the next 30 or so minutes. Definitely seen from the Malfoy perspective that Muggles are a threat. The Goblins is like, just protect me, and your shit's fine. Mr. Nexus doesn't put in a side yes or no to the Muggle threat. He just puts people down.
Ah.
The whole conversation. It finds a way to manipulate the situation to make it sound like they're worse than he is. The guy that's on all threes says nothing the entire conversation. Just eyeing the floaty guy. The Centaurs, the Centaur that's there when he weighs into the conversation, he's very concerned for the forest and he wants to make sure it's okay. Do we view this as a threat or not? So about 30 minutes are passing by, them just
Bickering.
intently, heatedly talking. What do you guys do?
Can I check my history book to see if there's anything that will tell me? Because I don't know who the Slytherin-looking guy is, and or this floating. There's a lot of weird stuff. I
There's a
don't.
lot of people you don't know, yeah, for sure.
I feel very confused.
Vampire and a werewolf.
Oh,
So, if you
That
want to
fits.
do that, roll me stealth to take out your book.
I'm gonna lean to the party and whisper, I have an idea.
What's the idea?
They said the school representative is
13.
missing, right? Didn't they?
Okay, you take it out enough and you
Correct.
definitely find the,
What if they just got
there
here
is-
late?
I suggested somebody go out there.
I wanted to hear and make sure they weren't about to just butcher this dude on his knees before making the decision. But
Well, since
don't
this
know
is the
if
same exact idea that I came up for, I'm down with it.
What's the idea?
there are very
What's it?
few,
I'm
when you look at the
reading.
book, pure family bloods that you're looking through. Malfoy is one of the oldest. There's also Weasley. There's also Potter. There's a lot of different ones. Malfoy goes back even a little bit further than Dumbledore's family.
Oh.
There's very few left, and Malfoy's is one of the more well off for sure.
Do I have any idea who these other strange-looking characters I've never seen? Okay.
The only one that you might have seen is the Goblin.
Okay. Who does Malfoy represent in this?
I'm gonna look to Osiris and say,
Purebloods, probably.
one wizard, one muggle.
What is
Do you
the?
feel like
Are
that?
you guys-
I'm down.
Let's not show our whole hand too fast.
Can we whisper? What are you planning on doing? Just walking out?
Saying
or?
the school representative came in late
and brought children.
and brought an escort without showing the rest of you. Just me and Osiris. Because I can speak Centaur, which might help me diffuse the situation.
Actually, I could get a new cantrip with that spell, right?
Yeah. Did you already pick it
I
before?
picked it.
Oh.
I got disguise self. What if I disguise myself as, I guess, maybe Dippet or Dumbledore, and one of you accompany me?
I can just cast minor illusion and send Dumbledore out there.
But you can only make a sound or illusion can you not move with that spell.
And I'm pretty sure a Centaur's gonna see through that.
I like the
love
idea
how
of the
cocky
disguise
we
self.
are.
Yeah.
Disguise self sounds like the best idea because then
I would have
Dumbledore
all
can show up.
senses.
But if Malfoy did something to Dumbledore,
See,
then
the reason I say
You'll
just
see what
Osiris and me is one, it doesn't show our entire hand. Two, I'm pretty tanky innately. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not Neff, but I've got a.
She
six-
can't walk out
six-
without getting angry.
Like I've heard
She's out.
Jesus say at the beginning of this game before we even started playing, and I quote, "I'm one of the tankiest in the party."
But would you think that they would respect someone that they wouldn't know? They're expecting Dippet or some other teacher or somebody that they gave a letter to.
But you guys bring up a good point that if there is some plot afoot that kept Dumbledore from showing up and he just shows up,
Yeah.
and we're like,
That's,
hey, guess what? You're not him.
Yeah. If I think disguising as Dumbledore might be a bad idea in the event.
I like the Dippin idea because he's a dick anyway. So
Yeah.
give him
Right,
bad rep.
but
And
Dippet's avoiding the forest. Why would they see him in it?
why would they
And
see
they don't
two
have good grounds with him.
children in it?
I don't know if he's avoiding it or if he just is so arrogant he doesn't care. That's what I get off of him.
I think
don't know.
regardless, we don't have much of a choice. We got-
Devil's advocate.
Somebody's going out there.
Devil's advocate.
I'm okay with it being me.
Right now, devil's advocate. Right now, they are not attacking each other. They're just bickering. If we go in there and screw it up and they start attacking each other,
That could also ruin
that's not good
the
either.
meeting.
It's not technically our fault, though. If they're going to attack each other, they're going to attack each other regardless. They were just waiting for the right opportunity to do so. We might be giving them that opportunity, but at the same time, we might also be diffusing the situation. Especially if I walk in and say literally anything in Centaur, because they're going to take one look and be like, "Wait, why is this kid speaking Centaur to us?" That doesn't make sense. And it's like. I can't really explain it, but it puts them on the back foot and forces them to think instead of just immediately saying, "Oh, there's a kid here that's been listening to our entire conversation. Kill them."
I think you should come out and say, "Sorry, we're late. Dumbledore said he couldn't make it and sent us."
I mean, that's more legit. It wouldn't step into any pitfall per se. But here's what I'm thinking, because I've been reading and not super paying attention, which I apologize for. It's just what I do.
Sure.
But I feel like what we're looking at gathered here, and it would make sense to me, big important meeting, heads, the highest, most powerful representatives of a lot of things that I don't understand. I don't want to pick a fight with them.
Same.
They can
What is
drop us
Hagrid?
like nobody's business is the feeling I get, and I don't even have the animal sense.
He's just like,
He's eyeing them. He's not really
okay.
talking to you guys at all.
I say we
His
don't.
crossbolt is loaded.
I say we don't show our entire hand. We have two people go out to start. If things get hairy, we fall back to this position and set up an ambush.
Roll me perception, everybody.
Someone walks
We
from
took too
behind
long.
us.
Oh,
12.
22?
22.
14.
All right. 222s.
18.
9.
natural 20.
14.
Oh.
19 with plus 3.
So, 19, 22, 22. You hear multiple footsteps. Not at all trying to hide, but just definitely the crunching of the forest and like leaves and twigs breaking.
Can we tell where they're coming from?
With a 22.
This direction. You hear it, and then, with y'all's
Matching.
oh, I didn't. Darn.
I have bat hearing.
Sorry.
No.
Isn't that your
Oh, where's?
Yes.
Sorry, the miniature's
Is your
not out.
bat
My
hearing?
apologies.
Can you use your
Oh my
familiar's
gosh,
ability?
should have done that. Son of a.
If
Okay.
you are an actual wizard who has the familiar spell, then yes. If you are
What's a
role
familiar
player,
spell? Familiar
then
spell?
no, you cannot.
Well, it doesn't matter because I couldn't do it.
Can I send my wiggly little ferret to run around and see if he sees anything?
And
And
probably
stealth?
get bit by a freaking vampire.
Yeah, it'd be the.
Well, we're about to see whatever it
Yeah,
is.
it'd be
so.
about the same. Oh my
Yeah.
lord, where
I
is
have
it?
an hour.
Now that I want this,
That I
the
could've
freaking
done.
mini is not
Beasts and
showing up.
I could have seen
Quick,
their
Ferris
eyes.
cues.
No, no terror skills. No, I don't have anything that big. Oh my god. And I have the actual miniature. I only have one of him. Unless I brought it out and then
Okay,
lost it.
we'll just say there's 3 or however many.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
have
can
one more
always
place
use
to
your
look.
magic jewel.
I have one more place to look. And it's here. Okay. It's where I need to use these miniatures next game. Slot is. Okay. First thing you guys, you hear the footsteps, but what you see is a cloak, and you hear my dog. A cloak kind of like floating in the air, and it stops and is this bonish creature with like no facial expression, just these horrible teeth in a circle, almost kind of like a piranha, and this veil just draped onto its skin.
Just grab him and go, stay here.
And it's really cold, very cold now. As you're the ones that see that, followed by two. And the conversation instantly stops when they see that. Two pale looking creatures. They kind of look like devas, but very elven, but their skin is rotting and has patches all over it and boils. They have these elongated mouths. Like every now and then, like a tongue will flare out and then slip back in. As again, you three would see that when this happens, the young man that was young man, keep saying that. The guy that had the lollipop in his hand, very big smile, and almost like bows his head, and just has a childish grin of like,
God damn it.
something good's about to happen. And you also see, stepping through them, the same dark-skinned lady with the purple inverted tattoos all over her, the scarifications.
Goddamn bitch. Zombies popping up.
Now you guys all see that. You guys definitely know that there's a Dementor that's just like by her side.
No shit, Sherlock.
And
Kid ain't playing.
roll me Arcana or History. You may choose.
Anybody?
Yeah.
What if I'm
Everybody?
proficient in both?
Then you may choose.
Okay.
18.
On History or
21.
Arcana.
History.
Okay, History checks. 18?
18.
Cool.
22.
21.
Okay.
22.
Yeah, 22.
We're all doing history.
All right.
I'll do Arcana.
I have Arcana and History, so.
Okay.
I'll take Arcana here.
Oh, yeah, well, 2.
Okay, what did you get?
I got a 16.
16. Okay. That looks like undead things. All of
Crap.
everything in there. Well, I mean, it's not something that you would just easily
Okay.
know, right?
Okay.
There is a myth for the histories that if one of the Fae, the Velas, die in an unnatural way and they have anger in their hearts, they can come back as ghouls.
Fuck.
These are gonna be powerful ghouls.
So, the lady puts on her cloak, and you see the very bushy hair and the scarifications go through her face. And you see that she's walking with her wand is out, but it looks more like a stick than an actual wand. Like for a second you thought it was just a twig that she had on her. She's like, well, it looks like all form of magic kinds are here in one area. This is very beautiful indeed. No invitation? Sets forward as they kind of go around. Whispers in the wind have shown me of these muggles, the nomads, the simbrujas, the jinmaneh. If you guys have any real, like other languages that you would know real world, like French, African, German, anything, she would mention the equivalent to that of a muggle, a no magic, in many different languages. As the centaur kind of turns on with the spear very like in battle position towards her. Who are you and why are you entering our forest? And with that,
Can I ready my bow?
roll yourself. It's a lot easier just to do this.
18.
18. Okay, you pull it out. Half your party doesn't even notice that you pulled it out.
Serious situation.
Okay, so
Kick him in the dick.
she pulls out from her bag, and you see that a lot of them, except for, not by a lot of them, I mean just the Centaurs, the Goblin, very intrigued. Look, his hands are, instead of being proper, he's just like, what's gonna happen? The Malfoy looks very confused. Again, the guy in all threes is just eyeing the same dude as he's completely turned his back. And she pulls out, and everyone like gets ready, especially the Centaurs, a skull, but out of the skull has this long tube, almost like a hookah. And then just blows out smoke. And when the smoke blows out, you start seeing a vision of just like planes flying. You guys would know what it is. And then just dropping stuff. And then she inhales, the whole smoke comes back into her lungs, and you see that the skull's eyes glow. And then after a second, when she takes another breath, the eyes go away. And then she just smiles, steps forward, 10 feet away from Nexus. So I see that you have potential, Nexus. I've already shown 4 what the world can bring them. Would you like to be the 5th? And you see that the bear-skinned guy. No. I know my potential. And with that, you see that her eyes is and then she starts looking towards the trees. Filth is here. And she kind of and then she's right at you guys, looking through the trees.
God.
You see that she kind of grabs a box and pulls it out, and there's this goo that's just falling on the ground.
Draw bat?
Okay, are you doing it stealthily?
No.
Okay.
God damn it. You're giving her advantage.
Step out into the open
Dude,
and
we
speak
have-
Centaur.
God damn it.
We've been spotted.
Yeah, I know.
The jig is up.
I know. God damn it.
Okay.
Speaking Centaur, this forest is no place for the undead. Leave.
Okay. Anything that anyone else does?
Can we chug some luck? Can we all take shots of it?
I'd like to stay hidden.
Okay, you see the Hagrid like, and then you hear the airman of the bolt.
I'm gonna hide, pull out my bow too.
How high is my afro? No.
And from behind her, where the goo is forming, it starts collecting, and you see a spine come out, and from the top there's a head, and then the whole body is this goo, this red goo just keeps falling. And then, is anyone having an action ready or anything like that?
Can I? Alright, so you say this box thing just keeps like leaking goo everywhere,
Yeah, it's
right?
forming into, right now there's a spine with a head on top of it. There's red goo just keeps
Can I
falling.
like try to shoot at the box to try to knock it out of the hand? Out of her?
Well, it's on the floor right now.
Oh,
like
so
she
it's
just put on the
it's
floor, yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'm just taking.
Yeah, I want to put on my mage armor.
Okay. You cast your spell. Are about to cast your spell.
I walk up next to Ferris with my ball out.
God damn it!
I was hide and pull out my bow.
Okay, roll me stealth.
My fall. Oh, 13.
Okay.
You are doing your proficiency, right?
Let me prep Eldritch Blast
Wait.
Okay.
Okay.
for if
So you'll add the 2.
anything attacks,
So anytime
I
you
guess,
do
our
any of
vicinity.
these, you'll
Okay.
do this plus that.
What's the thing?
I had 15.
Which thing?
You said the thing.
The
Okay,
trigger.
15.
If any of the, I guess, people over there attack our
Okay.
vicinity.
Well, roll me Eldritch Blast. As when you said the undead are not welcome in the forest, with almost being twice as fast as yours, you see the guy just goes up to you. You'd be good for tonight.
Hopefully. I had a 16 to attack.
Oh, really now?
Well, he hasn't attacked yet, though.
He only eats
He moved towards him.
It's a
You
good
said
thing you wear
anything
your
gets
brown
close.
It's a good thing you wear
What's
brown
the-
pants.
That's fine. 16. Out of the first one. 8.
Okay.
God damn it.
Alright. Not at all.
Do this, Ferris. God damn it! Can't you say, hey guys, we're here? Can you just say, I killed you all, you
Okay, I had the first thing that came to my mind, and that was I want to try and intimidate the bitch that's bringing the
I don't
freaking
think
zombies.
she's gonna be intimidated. She called forth the undead and the trolling.
What did you get?
Um,
jealous.
16 to attack and 8 for damage.
Okay. And you use the Eldritch Blast?
Yes.
And before 16's a mess.
16 hits.
Oh, thank God.
As you see the blast hits it, and it just sits on its body.
He got armor.
No,
No,
it's he's wearing no like
Oh!
just
It's,
thin.
oh, it's necromancy.
It's
against
necrotic
necromancy.
energy.
Yeah.
He is undead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think that one through.
So,
It just laughs.
for the sake of this, I need everyone to roll the initiative. For the sake of
Am
what
I
is
about to
happening.
die?
Yes! We all
Do you know how
are.
many people are there?
Oh.
And I
We'll
rolled
just
really
follow that.
shitty.
Me too.
Oh, come on, baby.
I'm hidden, so I'm not trying to show exactly where I'm at.
It's just
Okay.
initiative, so it's just order.
It's just initiative. It's fine. I got
Don't get your plus.
You want to do the honors, or you want me to? My handwriting.
I mean,
is
I
shit.
like Jesus' handwriting. It's pretty
No,
fun.
no.
He made his
Absolutely not.
he made his
Absolutely not.
hieroglyphics.
Absolutely not.
I don't like being a snake. Thank you.
I'm Sonya. He's cheeky snake.
It's
OC.
Oh, see.
OC.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Ready as I'll ever be. Where's the music?
With a total of 24 going first. Anyone beat 24?
No.
Oh, sorry. 29.
Yeah,
Holy
Whoever he
shit.
rolled it for is going to
Nexus goes first.
Nexus.
Which
Is
Right in
right
front.
front of you.
the thing directly in front of me.
Did you prep anything before?
Awesome.
He has a bat out.
I have a bat
Oh.
out.
You didn't prep that.
Okay.
Am I
You're
heard
gonna
it?
die.
The good news is I rolled high.
Alright.
The question is I don't know how high.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
22 or higher? Alright. Just put in Warlock.
Fuck.
That's big bad.
Son of a bitch.
Okay. 15 or higher.
18.
16.
What was it?
18 Ferris, 16 Jericho.
E.
Yeah.
Wheel.
Just put
Okay.
Wheeler.
Then Ferris, right? And then it's Jericho.
Jericho.
Noel got a 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Put party.
What?
Party.
Perky?
Party.
Did you say?
Party.
Party.
It's a party.
Is it really? I don't feel like it is.
It's about to be.
Alright.
I might be a vampire in the next few minutes. Or dead.
10 up.
10 or higher. Holy crap.
5 or higher.
I got a 5.
I got bow.
9!
Okay.
Oh, wait, okay, so
Nine.
start with
Sonya?
Sonya.
9.
And then Who wants to go first between Neff and Osiris?
Neff's right next to me.
I want to go
Yeah,
first.
you can go first. I'm still
So,
hidden.
but you could. Oh wait.
Okay,
You can
so-
do this. You can do any of these. You can do
Oh,
this
see.
one. You can do this one.
Yeah, Neff and then
Whatever. Do your one. You can do one of these.
no, Neff, then Osiris, then Bones.
Oh yeah, she said that. I'm sorry.
One
She
of
wrote
these.
it.
And then
These are
is that it?
Yeah.
And then put Ooze
Is it after me or before me?
after.
I
Roll the one.
know. Bones.
What?
Got a total of a 1.
We have
Ferris of
We have 19 minutes.
Ferris.
Hmm?
Yeah. We have 19 minutes.
Well, y'all better fucking make this go fast then.
Make this count. I'm gonna run. No,
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Let's know.
Where'd it go? Who has the
It fell
fastest retreat?
That would be
Carry
Osiris.
somebody.
That's Osiris, my
I
last
have
shot.
this
engaged.
fast, but not
He has
strong.
this engaged.
Alright, Nexus, what do you got?
We can get that out of here.
Hit me with your best
Okay,
shot.
roll me wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Okay, I have advantage here.
He's
Proficiency.
I have
mental.
advantage, proficiency, and it's my strongest stat. What's good?
Yeah, proficiency, not
That one.
advantage.
10.
Oh.
As you see that he grabs onto you, you feel the sharpness of his nail that you didn't know was that sharp. There's slight blood starts coming out, and he picks you up, and he's just looking you dead in the eye. You trust him more than anything. You do not want to harm him.
I'm charmed.
And then you're in the air. He is. You are favored amongst all the rest. You are the chosen one for him. You must do what he says.
Oh, I'm mind controlled. Oh, this ain't good.
You're our cleric.
Fucking
God damn it!
Okay.
Oh shit!
Do you have a card for mind control?
No, you're considered charmed. Which, yeah, I do.
Yeah, you're charmed.
Yeah.
That pink card.
Bam! First one.
First
one.
first.
He
Oh
got a whole
great!
bunch of.
Oh great!
Mhm.
Thank God.
Alright, now it is her turn. She steps back. You see, we'd having a proper meeting and they just attack savagely, insulting our own.
Are centaurs undead?
And then snaps her fingers and then they start walking away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they get up to here.
How far is that
And
away
she
from
left her shit on the ground.
Yep.
Let's not be.
Yep.
She left her pile
So
of
can we mark her off?
lube on the ground.
No, she's still there. Just in case you guys want to do anything, she's still there.
Nope.
We are in initiative. So, Ferris.
What's good against lube?
Towel.
Look Nexus in the eye and say, you've got tricks, I've got some too. Cast Fairy Fire on myself.
Why?
Because he's gripping me, so it's gonna hit him too, and it's a 20-foot cube.
Why?
Because Fairy Fire gives an advantage to anybody making an attack roll
Why
against
would
them.
you want someone to attack him?
It's not technically harmful to the target. The spell itself is not technically harmful to the target.
You are technically trying to make this.
Difficult.
Yes.
Are you
If
trying
you
to be
would know
impressive?
this.
You should say you're trying to show me your tricks.
You revere the vampire as a trusted friend. You would heed to protect them.
Yep.
It's not fun.
You're-
being charmed.
You're the vampire at his request, any actions in any favorable way. And you'll be willing to let it bite you. If it asked.
Oh great.
Am I grappled?
No.
He did pick me up.
Yes.
Am I still being actively picked up?
Technically he's lowering you. But yes, you are in the air.
I'll just say one thing. Just because you're his friend doesn't mean you're not our friend too.
Until he tells you you're not.
Okay.
Why don't you just hug him?
Get that neck right in front of his face.
I mean, why
Yeah, I'm not gonna get that close to him.
Bleeding.
I mean, why don't you just hug him and be like, "Let's be friends. I'm sorry." I'm just shooting you a
How
message
best
with my magic.
can I serve you?
Oh.
I'm charmed.
Yeah.
God.
Okay. Okay. So,
I'm gonna hit Ferris is what I'm gonna
watch.
do.
This is a very important note that you guys should.
We're learning.
As he puts you down and licks the blood off of you, not on his
Did
turn.
he bite me?
No, he just licked the blood
Off of his neck or off his hand?
off his neck. So like he just licked your blood off of you from the claws down. Left it.
Ah.
Know your place. Out of turn. He just took a legendary action.
Whoa!
What?
Fuck, he's a legendary creature!
Okay. Jericho.
My action was talking?
Unless you're gonna do something else. You asked it a question and it took a reaction in your turn.
It just said know your place.
How best can I serve you? Know your place. And then you just jump back. And is about to start walking that way.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Anything that you want to do?
No.
As long as you don't harm him.
I don't think anything else is truly aggressive besides the ooze thing. So, no, I'm fine as it is. It's difficult being charmed.
It's odd. It's also hard
Yeah,
for the DM
that's-
not to be like, this is what you're doing.
I'll pass to Jericho here.
So this is just sitting there.
Yeah, it for what you can see, it looks like the only thing that's completely formed is a spine with a head and then just goop, red goop dripping from it.
That's awesome.
That's it. It does have a human's face and very sharp teeth.
For fuck's sake.
I'm gonna shoot my arrow at it just to see what it does.
Okay. Want me to hit?
Can't see. 8.
8 hits. Roll the damage.
1d6. That's what it does. So 10.
10. Okay. As you shoot it, and it definitely hits, and you see that the arrow goes through part of one of the spines that's still in there. It hurt a lot, but it's still there, still active.
Not bloody.
Just there. Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Sonya,
You skipped party.
did I? Oh, I did.
What's your favorite first?
Okay, so thank you. The centaur just stomps on his the staff, and they go, and then this guy also they just start leaving.
Okay.
Ain't that stupid.
Could I make a reaction? Or is that not possible?
If you have something that lets you do a reaction, yes. The only reaction I give you is speech.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah. As this guy on force moves this way.
Because I just kind of want to like put it out there that we're not trying to be harmful. But that's kind of hard to do while like shooting at people.
Yeah.
So
And the goblin.
I guess I really won't say anything because there's no way I can really explain it.
The goblin will full out run as fast as he can out of the fuck. The Malfoy just looks at you guys as he's walking. And this guy's just on force running. These two. They're still in shot and they're still in shot. The goblin's not. They're in shot, he's in shot. Because everyone just like parts ways. Or is parting ways. Sonya.
I feel like nothing's attacked us yet, so I feel like everyone's just like, okay, like, leave. So I'm just gonna, I guess, prep a spell. I mean,
Okay.
prep. I'll have a reaction. Hellish Rebuke if anything attacks
Okay.
myself. Yeah.
Got it. Alright. Neff.
That creepy thing.
It's very creepy. It's
It's
very
only-
much a thing.
It's also like 50 feet away.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't really want to move.
60 from me.
Okay, yeah, I'm not moving. Sorry. I don't know.
What do you want to do?
I don't know what to do.
You can prep an action. If it gets near me,
Yeah.
I'll attack.
If it comes closer, if it moves closer, I want to. Well, if it comes within range of me, I guess I'm gonna hit the hell out of it with my.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Cyrus?
I'll prep if like something like comes at us, but I feel there like isn't really a way to make better when we attacked first.
Okay.
So,
If something moves at you or something attacks?
if something like attacks at me,
Okay.
but yeah, that's all I'm gonna
Okay. Bones?
I want to also prep the arms of Hater.
Okay.
Wouldn't that hit
Really,
allies
really
too?
don't want to make it a reaction. I only want to prep it because it's potentially
Okay.
horrifying.
Okay. Sorry?
Wouldn't that hit allies too?
It depends on where she casts it, yeah.
Well, it's 10-foot radius around her.
Oh, then yes, it'll definitely hit Werewolf.
I want to back up also a little bit.
How far?
10 feet.
Yeah.
Say 15 for safety.
Fair.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okie
Well,
dokie.
Fuck
There you
me.
Well,
So
that's
it's-
all it can do. As it kind of almost snakish like, but floating in the air as trails of goop start coming down.
But it looks like it has intent.
Is that
Yes, it
in
does.
front of me?
In front of Ferris.
Okay.
And that would be okay. Well,
They said that's all I could do.
that is all it can do. This is God, Hagrid attacking. Okay.
Aww.
It's bloodied now.
God, you
Fucking 10 points of damage.
Damn.
And maxed out. I got a 10.
Can I use
When
like
the-
my
well, huh?
action, like
Yeah.
since it like moved with
Mhm.
intent?
Use again.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and attack.
And if you guys, if that triggers your alls, then you can also do it. Roll me to hit. And if you see
Being
Hagrid,
Hagrid
his
attack,
eyes
I
are
know.
fearful of what happened. And you feel that this was a delayed reaction. Like, he was almost frozen for a second before he attacked. What did you get?
Ooh, natural
That's
one.
Okay. So, unfortunately, this just a straight up miss. Does that trigger y'alls? Or no?
Not mine.
No, mine
Okay.
said if it attacked myself.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of where mine is.
It's not within range of me.
I
is
saw
it?
Hagrid attack it, and that made it okay.
No, unfortunately,
Okay.
no.
Okay. Just
So,
making sure.
as you see Homeboy changes into a bat, starts flying away.
Good.
And comes in. No.
That's not funny.
Yeah, this, I don't know why.
That's really not funny right now.
God damn it! You legendary creature now.
I mean, this
So
is really
Nexus
bloody.
is gone.
Yeah.
Warlock is next.
This goes
Warlock
further.
is gone.
Slowly walking away with her posse.
This is not good.
First,
There's news directly in front
yeah,
of me, isn't
that thing
there?
wants to hurt you.
I have a bat in my hand,
You
don't
should
I?
hit it.
Cool.
Yeah, roll me to hit.
8.
8 hits. Roll me damage.
1d8 plus 2. 4.
Hagrid shot an arrow, right?
Crossbolt. A heavy crossbolt. Just takes the whole round. So as you get your bat, hit it. You broke some bones, but part of the goo is making sure that the bones, the skeletal portion is staying intact, but as it's heavily cracked and slowly going down. And like that piece of the jaw you broke is slowly falling till it hits the ground. And it blue splatters. Anything else?
I mean, I had something to say as I was aggressively hitting it.
Yeah.
Just because I'm mad I got charmed.
Yeah. You know you're charmed. You know the effects on you, but you still can't disobey it.
Oh no, I have no intention of disobeying it. I want to take out my anger for the fact that I'm charmed on this bastard. Just scream, God, damn it, why, me, repeatedly.
Got it. Okay. Jericho, I wrote joke. Or it's J and then a C. So joke, Jericho. That's what I. Yeah.
Wow.
You guys want to see my handwriting is bad. For Ooze, I put Aussie. Jericho's
I'm gonna
got
shoot that arrow at it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot that arrow at it.
Okay.
I put
It
a
is
Z for
engaged
you.
right now with an L. I see if you do hit, you got a sneak attack.
Alright. Yeah, that's not.
That's a 19, that hits. How many damage?
So, 10, and then my sneak attack is 2d6. So, 2, and so 14.
14. Alright. There we go.
It did.
Had
yeah.
exactly 14. So as you shoot, you just hit right where this bow connects to the head. It goes right through. As the head falls off, the goo just into water.
Okay.
That's the wrong one. As everyone walks away and leaves, the fire still stays there.
I want to chase Werewolf Boy.
Do you want to?
No, I
I'm
don't want to fight him. I'll lose.
You don't have to fight.
That's a lot of the anger is going from that direction. too.
Yeah.
Only you can prevent forest fires. So I walk over and stomp it
You
out.
want this kid?
It's Havers just points and leaves. What do you guys do?
I am still beating on the remnants of views.
Just hitting on bone.
I am literally the closest I could ever be to
There's
rage.
no brain matter, right?
No brain matter. No,
Alright.
fortunately.
Just making sure. But
It is a pulp though.
Let's walk a Werewolf Boy and get trained.
Yeah, I was gonna say, find some pulpiness.
But I would just like to say that we shouldn't just attack them. Like, we came to like do this diplomatically,
Yep.
just like as character.
Oh, okay. Just discussing that on the way back.
Yeah,
Okay.
Are
Yeah.
we leaving?
because I feel like we just escalated that situation
Yep.
when nobody attacked us, but we attacked them.
No,
I
she did
agree.
call us Phil.
Yeah, but
She
words,
did, but-
words, you know, sticks
Yeah.
and stones.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I
But
also
she's a bitch anyway. She sicked undead people after us the first time that we saw
we
this
lost
war.
our friend. Screw her. What about the smoke that she blew out?
There's
The
plane
vision?
dropping bombs.
Which we already know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we
It's-
found one bomb, but it's like she was that a prediction? Was
Yeah,
that a?
it's like a vision.
Do you
is how
think
I
that
see it.
had persuasive powers that she was trying to affect the other people there?
What color
Yeah.
was
I'm
the
just curious
smoke
what you
that
guys
she was
think, because that
billowing
seemed
out?
like that
yeah.
was something.
And
Black.
Black.
Just black smoke.
I didn't. I mean, I don't know if my character would know
Yes.
this, but
As all this discussion is being done, and as you guys are traveling back, the dice have decided it to be you. You're the only one that sees it at the beginning, and then by the time it's too late, everyone else does. Sees it too. But a moth flies towards you, kind of hits your skin, and as the moth hits, which is very similar to the smoke that you guys saw, the vaporites and the black smoke.
Oh
And
no.
You hear this in her voice. Which I cannot say.
Great, so I'm charmed and schizophrenic. Fucking marvelous.
I mean, you are the familiar now. He was eating rats.
You have a
know
whole
how it
day
goes.
before you're uncharmed.
You do have 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Why couldn't you be charmed by a dryad?
Yeah, I know. I get charmed
My
by a
dryad-
freaking legendary vampire.
Yeah, my dryad was. We're still friends.
We're still
we're
friends.
It's been a week.
But
pen
she
pals.
doesn't. She
long
doesn't write on
time.
paper because that'd be offensive, right?
Oh yeah.
We're pen pals.
We're pen pals. Send each other butterflies.
And her voice that you've heard many, many times.
So did we see that or no?
You saw a moth go and.
What
but
the fuck was that?
Nothing changed.
We didn't notice anything abnormal about the moth.
Other than it disappear into a puff of smoke, no. Hagrid is just mad and just walking forward, making as much noise as he can.
I'm just following him.
Hagrid's mad.
Yeah, we screwed up. But what do you guys think, though? Seriously.
Where
About
is-
what?
Where is anyone from our school?
Yes,
that was
you do
supposed to-
hear that howl out in the distance, a very deep howl. And again.
Why would Dumbledore be invited to that?
Was he warned of it or invited?
Are you asking Hagrid or who you're
I
asking?
am asking the
thinking
people
out
who
loud.
saw Dumbledore have a letter.
But then you said after the message, like, he sounded hurt. So
Yeah, no. Like the mental message,
Yeah.
for sure. I got pain, but I'm thinking way back to the classroom when he first got the message, and there was some Centaur you were translating, I believe, or something.
Yeah.
Was it a warning? Was it an invitation?
It
like,
was more
please
of
be
a
there?
warning.
Like, hey, this is happening. What did Dumbledore tell us? I'm trying to remember. He said he didn't know what to expect. He didn't. I don't freaking know. I'm just concerned.
I'm worried about him.
Because it feels like these guys are all out ready to chop some humans, and I see some Grindelwald-esque something there, and I feel like we just had that encounter last time, and I'm just a little on edge. I'm just sharing.
I feel bad for botching it.
Did you? We didn't die.
The thought, what my character did
What
was
decision
right.
would they have come to if you hadn't have interfered? I mean, would they have straight started a war? I mean, maybe you did do something good. I don't know. It's scary.
Up until that person, the warlock, witch, whatever, came in and started talking, they seemed pretty undecided. They didn't seem like they were really coming to any sort of conclusion.
They didn't like Warlock chick very much.
Well, and
Nope.
honestly, we know her from past experience that she's nothing but evil.
and
So,
she was trying to recruit Nexus.
I mean, that was, maybe you diffused something that could have been worse. Of course, he seems like a pretty hefty dude. That was crazy.
Was not. I'm glad it didn't end worse than it did.
So he was a vampire, right? That's what you guys got?
He
That's,
turned into a freaking
Yeah.
bat. He charmed somebody right off
I
the
didn't even know
bat.
there were vampires.
He made a
This is
legendary
crazy.
action. Yeah, that's a vampire if I ever saw one.
Okay, so we saw one.
I'm not happy with how everything went. It could have gone a lot worse. But
It could have gone better though.
What was the
It could
crawling
have, but-
guy? Did you guys ever figure that out?
The what?
Werewolf?
Wasn't there a crawling dude that was like,
The kid?
yeah.
Oh, not kid, but was he a werewolf, right?
He was a very skinny, hairy man who
So-
would like to run in all fours.
So that you got
Ooh.
that.
That's
possible.
that's
like
that's
you needed to
definite
fight it.
werewolf.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I felt.
roll,
But I
roll
didn't.
me a history with an advantage.
Issue with it.
Yeah. Roll again. See if it's a higher number.
I can see that.
11.
11. My history. Yeah, dude. So 14.
Okay.
Isn't he a history expert now? You said?
Yeah. Yeah, he gets first in history now. Thanks to his.
does he
book.
get his proficiency at Matifier as well?
Yeah, it
Also-
probably is higher than 14,
Oh.
never mind.
So 16.
Okay. Then with that, the newfound knowledge you have, just out of the mere presence of you feeling like you needed to fight it to prove yourself, that's an alpha. That's
Shit.
like a dire pack leader. That's not your typical. You might have been born, but this thing is original.
Are you sharing?
Well, that
You don't have to.
yeah, that kid's that's an alpha.
Oh.
So
He's
by
an adult man.
He's an adult man.
He's not a kid. The only kid was a vampire. But
by that
that's for
logic,
different reasons.
does that mean
How
that
the hell
maybe
was
the
the
vampire was
He's-
an alpha?
He's our age, but comparatively to the adults, he's the youngest.
I see.
So maybe like a 26-year-old vampire. But amongst you guys, he's an adult. Amongst them, he's looks the youngest.
He's a kid.
But-
Gotcha.
It's a vampire, and he had a lot of manners to him. And
Vampires
you had to
also-
treat. He knew how to treat every single race with the proper etiquette that
Right.
race deserved.
Oh, I see how it is. Alright. Treat wizards like that? We're food? You kidding me?
The greeting.
Oh.
The only one who treated us like trash was Purple Bitch, but that's how she does.
And he didn't eat you.
It's true.
He very well could have.
He didn't turn you either.
So wait, but okay, so you said alpha. We're just trying to understand dynamic as we're walking through the forest. Those were all heads, right? Like heads of their whatever. Would it be race?
Yeah.
Class?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Since you were still affected by the charm, every word that Exus said is still engraved in you, almost poetically. He's
Oh, I've had
compassionate.
Know Your Place echoing through my brain for the past like 10
The
minutes.
thing that is echoing yours as soon as he's bringing up the alpha portion, and discussing why everyone was there, he did mention that Malfoy leeches off multiple people while he only leeches off one person's lifetime. You don't know what that means, but there's almost like a pseudo jealousy that that's not you
Oh.
in your current charmed state.
Shit, dude. That sucks.
I wish I was this vampire's slave. Oh god. Or
Technically, yeah. You wish you were its food. As it said that it only feeds on one thing at a time.
Isn't the vampire just sexual though too? The way that they tempt their
Wait, he
people.
licked the blood off of Ferris.
I mean, there's something there.
Yeah. You are 16. I don't want Twitch demonetizing us.
You're having feelings.
No,
Your body's
you're
jittering.
you're very confused.
Why are my hands sweaty and hairy?
It's
What
not
is
phase, Dad. This is who I am.
My voice is deep because I'm excited.
Oh dear God.
Exodus is the one, Dad.
Okay.
It's no more liquor.
Shadow Step in the chat. Oh my.
So, anything that you guys want to continue conversating on your way back to the castle?
Sorry, Hagrid.
Yeah, can
Don't
we?
be mad at us.
Is he way ahead of us? He probably can't even hear us.
as fast as his half giant legs can take him, which is your speed, actually. This is because he's so big.
Yeah.
I already left with him.
Yeah. He's
I'm-
pissed. You've never seen him this mad. He is angry at what happened, and if you choose to be slightly faster than him, you can. And if you do, you see that his eyes are watery, like he's about to cry. Anything that you guys want to say?
Can I try to message Dumbledore again?
Yeah, I still wonder where they are.
I'm gonna look to my team and say, hey, my bad. I genuinely,
He jumped the gun.
I saw our jig was up. We were as good as spotted, and I took an action. Like, it, in retrospect, it probably wasn't the right one. However, I saw the jig
I
was up,
think-
and I saw a need to act, and
I
so I
think
did
the
it.
action was fine. I think that the words were not.
And
See, in my
the first thing that came to mind, I saw undead things, and literally our first encounter was with a bunch of freaking Nazi zombies. Okay, like
That's true.
Excuse me for taking some initiative,
I'm not-
saying I don't think so.
I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm just saying maybe not the best words.
well,
That's all.
and I think that in retrospect, initially I was like, oh no, Ferris fire, but because this is what you're gonna do, right?
Fairy fire,
Yeah.
fire.
Pretty much.
But
But I think
Love the wordplay.
I think that you probably stopped something that could have been way worse, because we know that chick to some extent. We fought with her minions, and I don't think she would have stopped trying to influence really influential people, as we've discussed. So maybe that was you just had to end that meeting before it got worse, and that ended it.
That ended it.
We got the lube guy, and that was, you know.
Luckily,
So-
everybody walked away.
I don't
In
know.
your
I'm conflicted.
bones, in your message towards
Yes, Dumbledore.
Dumbledore, he responds.
He responds.
Yes. And the first thing you hear is a grunt. I'll meet you back at the school. Meet me at the front of the castle. And grunts a little bit, and then contact ends. As you guys reach the front of the castle, a couple seconds later, Hagrid just slams the door into his hut, and you hear him cursing the cursiest curse in giant he can. You see in front of the castle, Dumbledore evaporates. His face is slightly singed. He has different cuts. He would have through his white shirt blood kind of on him, and he has his jacket over him. I hope you guys had a better evening than I did.
This
And
is
then,
a relative.
As you guys are talking, he kind of just stops. And he says, Myrtle Elizabeth Warren is dead.
Who?
Margaret?
What?
Myrtle Elizabeth Warren
Myrtle!
is
Moaning.
dead.
Moaning Myrtle.
Yep.
She's gonna be moaning soon.
We don't know that.
Serious
Innuendo.
moment. He's like,
Not to cut this short, but I gotta go.
okay,
It's like almost like 15 after.
okay, yeah. That's he gets a message from Dippet. All teachers do. And that's it. Okay, we'll pick up next time, guys.
Alright.
God, I'm so mad at myself.
Thank you for staying a little bit longer. I appreciate it. All right.
Bye, guys.
Hi.
Bye, everybody.
Oh my gosh,
Adios.
it's